With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Oh, wow. We're back again. What is going on, everybody? It is Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil State of Mind podcast, also co-host of Flamescast here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And joining me, as always, is my good buddy and also co-host of Flamescast, Kyle Manifold. We welcome you to another live watch along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network, as tonight the Calgary Flames continue on with their road trip as they are in the Garden State to take on the New Jersey Devils in what should be a really, really interesting game for both teams as they both look to try to continue to make their push towards the playoffs. Both teams in, I would say, fairly different positions at the moment. The Devils, obviously, with a pretty sizable lead in terms of that third spot in the Metropolitan Division. Well, the Calgary Flames are about 3 points. Well, I have that right? 3 points or two at the moment out of the wild card. 2 points.
2 points.
Out of the second wild card spot in the Western Conference. So obviously these games continue to matter here as we're in to the late part of March, and it should be an exciting one. Kyle and I did a episode of Flamescast earlier today, talking about their last game against the Rangers, in which myself, Kyle, and Jimmy Finizzi of Blue Seats had the, whether you want to call it pleasure or displeasure of watching
Pleasure.
somehow win a 2-1 game at the Garden. But this should be a fun one as well. I expect there to be, I'm going to be honest with you, I think there's probably going to be more action tonight. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
You say that now.
So, yeah, big storyline is, again, Jacob Markstrom is going to get the start tonight as he was unsuccessful in his first game against his former team back in November, a 3-0 win for the Calgary Flames. So he'll look to try to redeem himself in this one and also just try to get back to playing at a better level. He has been really struggling since he got back from his knee injury. And Dustin Wolf, I'm really excited to see Dustin Wolf go up against the Devils tonight. He has continued to have a phenomenal year. He has to be a very, very high candidate for the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year. He has been nothing short of tremendous for the Flames. But all in all, a lot of excitement going into this one, Kyle. How are you feeling? Do you feel any different, better, worse going into this one comparatively to the game against the Rangers a couple nights ago?
I don't know. I'm always undecided. I'm just undecided now at this point. Like, it's funny, like, since they're showing it now, like, since Four Nations, Wolf's been .500 with a 2.58 goals against average and a .91 save percentage. So, like, but that's stupid because it's like, well, you kind of, well, like, you look what happened Monday and you're like, well, that didn't go too well against the Leafs. And obviously, like, that's not what you're going to see going in tonight, right?
Sure.
So I expect, like, a better matchup Tuesday. I know we talked about earlier with Lomberg and Bastian, because for those of you who don't remember, all those months ago, how they got into a little skirmish because nicely enough of Lomberg to just pummel him, unfortunately. I think
ended up being out for a period of time with an injury. So
and so I expect there to be some sort of response tonight. For
Paul Cotter did mention that yesterday at practice that they'll handle it in one way or another. So it might be it might be a fight. I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably be also early on. What's going on, Jared Brown? It'll be probably fairly soon into the game. We'll see. But big thing for me is just looking at, from the Devils' perspective, they have two guys out of the lineup tonight. Andre Palat and Curtis Lazar both banged up a little bit. There's no timetable in terms of are they out. Bacelli and Keefe didn't make it seem like they were going to be out long term. What's going on, Donnell? But Daniel Sprung and Curtis McDermott are the guys that come in for that. Well, it's McDermott. I mean, that's at least what's going. Oh, the armchair GM boys are in the chat. We already got a score prediction, 3-1 Flames with a
Jared had
goal.
3-2 Devils.
And they had, who had 3-2?
Jared.
Jared had 3-2 Devils. So I already have 2 predictions. And by the way, if you're just joining in here, make sure to leave your score predictions in the chat. We will star them, and you have until the beginning of the third period to put down your score prediction for tonight. So, Kyle, really quickly here before we get underway, score prediction for tonight's game. What's going on, Becca? Good to see you. But your score prediction for tonight's game.
They're gonna win tonight. I just know it.
Yeah.
I'm like, ever since Monday, I've been so like, this is done. Like, I even accepted it today, where like we kind of talked about how they needed to win like basically 3 in a row here before that gauntlet at the end of the month, where it's like Dallas, Edmonton, and then Colorado. They're gonna. I don't know, Neil. Like, I'm not just saying this to like. I just think they're gonna win, and I'm gonna hate it, to be honest. Like, I think it'll be close though. I think it'll be. The Flames ain't scoring more than 3 goals, so I'll go 3-2 Flames.
Fair enough. Danelle's going 4-1 Flames. As for myself, I'm going to be
Devils.
4-1 Devils. Excuse me. For me, whether you want to call me biased or not, I think the Devils are definitely going to be in a good position to win this game tonight. I'm going to say they win 3-1. That's going to be my guess. So I'm going to go with what Armchair Boys said, but I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go 3-1 Devils.
Okay.
Again, I mentioned it on the podcast. Go on, Joseph. I mentioned it on our most recent episode of Flamescast that the Flames are coming in facing off against a Devils team that has given up the 3rd fewest goals in the NHL. So with the struggles that the Flames have had scoring already, it gives me confidence to some extent that I think the Devils will put on a good defensive performance tonight.
Yeah. One thing on the Flames side of things, we talked about it today too, lineup changes. Normally it's been Huberdeau and Kadri. They're splitting that up. Connor Zary getting minutes now on the first line. Somebody said Zary's name earlier. I think it was Armchair Boys. Yeah, where he said like Zary could get a goal. I kind of like the fact that he's going up there on that first line, but I also like it more that you've got Huberdeau, Morgan Frost, and Matthew Coronado all on the same line. I just think that Coronado can really start feeding those guys, and they need to get going a little bit. So I think for me, and something for you to watch tonight too, Neil, and other Devils fans, is like that could be a dangerous line tonight if they really get going.
100%. And I think that's something that Sheldon Keefe is going to keep his eye on going into this one. It'll be interesting to see how the Flames come out as well. Your boy J-Man is going 4-2 Devils in this one. So we're getting almost a fairly even, score prediction here, which I kind of like. You don't think the Devils haven't been a good home team over the past few seasons? They have not. But I will say that this year they've done a lot better, especially since the Four Nations. They've really gotten it going. Cody Glass has been, really well. He's gotten points in 4 of his first 5 games since being traded from Pittsburgh to the New Jersey Devils. So it's going to be interesting. And then March Madness, I watched a smattering of games. Not going to be watching a lot because obviously we got this one. Really quick goaltending matchup. Jacob Markstrom, as mentioned before, will start for the Devils, and Dustin Wolf, again, the Wolfman, or I don't know if they call him the Wolfman, probably not. Racing net for the Calgary Flames. So this should be a fun one. I'm really excited, Kyle. I hope you are as well. And everybody who's with us tonight, I hope you are excited. This should be a good one here at The Rock, the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So ref is at center ice. He drops the puck, and this one between the Flames and Devils is underway. Kyle, should also mention, this is Kevin Ball's first game back in New Jersey since being traded in the offseason for Jacob Markstrom. He is starting tonight as well.
It's going to be who's going to get the early goal first? That's always the question, right?
One of the former Devils is going to score tonight, and I think it's probably Blake Coleman.
Armchair Boy's got a question for you, too.
Where do you think that first-round pick you gave us is going to end up, 20-ish? That would be probably, at this point, a fairly good guess, because with the win tonight, the Devils will go to about a 98% likelihood of making the playoffs, as Timo Meier with an early shot that goes right into the chest of Wolf, and we get our first stoppage of play. But, yeah, I think that it's going to end up being in the 20s.
Sure.
Again, depending on how things go in the first round, it might go higher. But I think somewhere in the 20s is the most likely scenario for that.
There's our beautiful scoreboard. There we go.
Yeah.
Kevin,
love
do you miss Kevin Ball too as a
No,
Devils fan? No.
no.
Oh,
I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. No, and the reason that
really?
okay, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but here's the thing: Kevin Ball, I felt like a lot of the time didn't use his body enough. I felt like he didn't
Okay.
use his body as an advantage, and that was kind of the frustrating thing at times. And I think also when you look at obviously who the Devils ended up getting by trading away Kevin Ball
Right.
for a player of more position of need, especially as Pospisil with a sharp angle shot that's fought off by Markstrom. I think it worked out for both teams because Kevin Ball's had a pretty solid season in his first year in Calgary. As that shot there and a rebound is stopped by Markstrom, he misplayed the puck as Pospisil almost was able to get down one. Hanley with a shot that just goes wide of the net. Brian Dumoulin being fought off there by Connor
Maybe
Zary.
Jared.
What's up?
Oh,
Jared,
just sorry. Thinks wants to know if he'll tank.
Probably not.
Nobody means to tank, but the moves at the deadline indicate.
But yeah,
such.
the one big one at the last minute, I think tells you exactly what you need to know. I only missed him like 2%. It seemed like you were more than 2%, Becca, with your.
Just based on the friggin'.
Just gonna base off that. I had a friend as Cody Glass comes into the zone, drops it off for Daniel Sprong. Sprong top of the point to Shimon Nemec. Nemec now over to Sprong on the right side, feeds it in front. The Hollow with a shot, and that one is fought off by Wolf. Good shot there from Eric Holla, who recently has stepped up his play. Mm-hmm. As looks like, did Goss say he's going with the Devils tonight, or is he going with the Flames?
Oh, sorry, Gossain's got Devils 4-2.
Wow, that's actually a shocker.
Oh.
I didn't think Gaza would ever pick the Devils to win any game that I've covered.
Well, especially because his Rangers are now behind the 8-ball.
Well, I'm sure he would like to be wrong tonight. Rangers also playing tonight against the Toronto Maple Leafs, so not really who you want to be facing at this point in the season here. As the Devils come back the other way with the fourth line, Sebastian and Cotter on right now. Cotter with the puck in the left corner, dumps it around the boards. Gets it over now to Brett Pesce. Pesce now over to Cotter behind the net, loses it, and Rasmus Andersson chips it up the boards, and the Flames look to come the other way. As we do have both teams' fourth line on the ice at the moment.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Curtis McDermott at his slow self dumps the puck in. I say slow self because he's really slow.
Yeah. To be fair, just with Becca here, like Ball's been definitely way more physical this year.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, he wasn't doing that in New Jersey. So I don't know if it's just a system thing with Ryan Huska, which is great. Be. Good for Kevin Ball. But I'm just saying that was the thing. Long pass, breakaway chance for Nason. Shot! That would have stopped at a rebound. Try is gloved and covered by Dustin Wolf. A big early save from the rookie netminder as he denies Stefan Nason on a partial breakaway there. He faked the slap shot and then tried to go 5-hole, but Dustin Wolf shut the door.
You're getting Wolf tonight, baby. I feel like that's Wolf. The way we're going to go.
I am getting Wolf tonight. There's no question. As never mind. Sharon Govich actually with somewhat of a hit on Brendan Dillon. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, and also too, like Dylan's mentioned, or excuse me, the armchair boys here are saying that you need to have that kind of. They do use that reach consistently too from Kevin Ball. So yeah.
One thing I'll just mention here, when the Devils acquired Kevin Ball, in the Taylor Hall trade, when Taylor Hall got sent to the Coyotes, the first thing that Kevin Ball said is that he's an offensive defenseman. And I remember my reaction being like, you're 6'7" and you want to be an offensive defenseman? I just thought that was very strange. But
I thought it was too. I was like, okay, he's more of a defensive guy, but all right.
And so, but again, it's nice to see him. Again, just good on Kevin Ball for definitely working on his reach and being a bit more physical in Calgary. And that was a really good save early on from Dustin Wolf. And maybe that's a sign of things to come for tonight. As Kyle's already like Yegor, Mr. Oh God, yeah, right, with the Legos.
Do you want him back for free?
No,
you can have him.
No. Well, maybe we'll take him now because Lindy Ruff isn't here anymore, and maybe he'll actually play consistently. But I don't know.
He's poisoning the Sabres right now.
Do you think so? Are we now at the point of accepting that maybe the Tyler Toffoli trade just didn't work out for either team? I mean, in the sense of Toffoli obviously is not with the Devils anymore. He had a pretty strong year in his three-quarter of a year in New Jersey, but obviously he was dealt and then signed a 4-year deal with the Sharks. As a big hit. Oh, we got a little bit of fisticuffs here. Timo Meier with a big hit in front of the penalty box, and Hanley is down on his knees, slow to get up. I think there's a penalty here against the Devils. I'm going to assume it was a boarding call.
Oh no, Joel Hanley. Oh no.
As you can see, Kyle is crushed. And Timo Meier to the box. So Flames are going to go to the early power play here. They were 1 for 3 on the power play in the win over the Rangers a couple nights ago. I'm seeing a replay here. That was not great. Hanley went face first, side of his head into the boards. That was a dangerous hit by Timo Meier. And good on Connor Zary to come to his defense right away. As
he's going right at him. That's the thing.
Gave him a chokehold. gave him glove to the neck.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's a penalty. I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely.
That's a stupid. I mean, that's just stupid on Timo Meier's part. So now
that's absolutely a penalty. Yeah, we know they're playing.
Yeah. Okay, 2 problems. Let's just call it like it is. I know Gauze is in here.
We talked about this already.
2 things. 1, why is it on January 2nd? That's stupid. I'm just saying it's stupid. And number 2, couldn't it have been someone else other than the Rangers? Like literally like any other team?
We know.
Carolina.
Not Timo.
I just said it. Timo, yeah, no. Well,
Calgary that's Flames, a dirty hit. I'm sorry.
Calgary Flames, 21.5% success in the power play. That's 19th in the NHL going into this one.
That is shocking.
Which is shocking? The hit or that what I just said?
No, that what you said. They're 19th. I thought it'd be much lower than that.
Well, their penalty kill, if you remember last night in the game against the Rangers, it was like one of the worst penalty kills versus one of the worst power plays statistically. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting. Yes. Devils have an 82.7% success rate on the penalty kill. That is 3rd best in the NHL at the moment here. As now the Flames come in and look to set up. As now Nazem Kadri flips it along the boards now. Gets to the Coronado. Now to Kadri. Top of the point now to Weegar. Right side over to Kadri. Waits. Gets over right corner now. Has the puck. Beats it back to Kadri. Hires. Shoots. And that one is fought up by Markstrom. And Nico Hischier tries to flip it out of the zone. He cannot get it out. Flames keep it in. As now Frost with the puck. Morgan Frost out of the right side to Kadri. Kadri top of the point. Slap shot by Weegar is stopped by Markstrom. And then Hischier clears.
Boo. I guess I just wanted to go back to this one. I guess Timo takes a lot of penalties.
Not really. I mean, it's just, if anybody nobody on the Devils like really takes a lot of penalties.
Right.
Which is great. As another good hit there, that time by Jesper Bratt and Blake Coleman. That one wasn't a penalty.
You can have Blake Coleman back.
No. I wanted him like 4 years ago. What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy from the Blue Seats. Jimmy, I just relax and enjoy the game, man. I'm sorry that the game was so tough on today's. That shot deflected off of a shot from Coleman goes away just wide of Markstrom here. As Flames actually have some good pressure here on this power play. As Anderson now over to Yegor Sharangovich, now to Farabee, back to Sharangovich to the right corner, top of the point now to Anderson. Anderson now back to Sharangovich right side. Sharangovich waits, gets it over, feeds it in front and just out of the reach of Connor Zary. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Flames. Anderson walks the line, feeds it now right side over to Sharangovich, back top of the point to Anderson with a shot. That one gets blocked. Zary with it. He takes a shot, goes wide. Dumoulin gets it and clears it. And Timo Meier comes out of the box, and he's the first to get to the puck in the right corner in the Flames zone. Timo waits for reinforcements here as he fights along with Rasmus Anderson, and he takes him down. Bastian now over to Kovacevic. Now top of the point to Cotter. Cotter right side, left side over to... He feeds a shot. That one is stopped, and a good deflection there by Hanley out of midair. Cotter with it now for the Devils. Cotter still with it. Tries to feed it to Luke Hughes, and it gets deflected out of the zone. And we have a delayed penalty coming up here against the Flames.
No.
I think I have that right. As now here comes Brad into the zone. Tries to feed it to Kovacevic, but it comes out of the zone, and the Devils will have to regroup again. What's going on, Kat? It has been a long time since we've seen you in the chat. Hope you are doing well.
Absolutely.
Do the Islanders play tonight? I don't know.
We're playing them Saturday.
You're playing him Saturday, that's for
Saturday
sure.
afternoon, boys.
Nice feed over to Cotter, and oh no, he's offsides, but we get a stoppage at play. 11:57 to go in the first. Devils now going to their first power play with no score. So, it was fun, and thanks, Jared.
Oh, sorry.
So, Kyle, no, I'm just reading.
Yep,
I'm just
yep,
reading
yep.
along. Kyle, early thoughts so far in this one from the Flames' perspective.
Do you think it should have been a double minor, that penalty? That's my thoughts so far.
That's a good question. I mean, Hanley's fine. He's still playing. He went on the back. Granted,
I can understand why.
He wasn't bleeding, but I don't know how you would call it double minor if it wasn't.
I can understand why you would think that, but I don't know. It just needed to be a little bit more egregious on my end. I've seen worse get called for 4-minute penalties, so I thought it was fine. But no, other than that, I mean, they're going to be tested now all of a sudden. It looks like Wolf was getting tested early on, too.
Mm-hmm. And now Dustin Wolf's going to be tested again here with the Devils getting to their first power play. Devils have the fourth best power play in the National Hockey League going into this one. Is Kyle
Farabee just wouldn't leave him alone, man. He just kept going at him and at him and at him, kept slashing him. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not ideal.
Saying. It was a terrible choice.
I will say that. I will say this. Good job by Joel Hanley there to knock that puck out of midair.
That was nice.
Because I'm not sure if that puck was going in after the original save by Dustin Wolf. And I thought they were going to stop play because he hit it pretty high with his stick. But I guess they just said the play.
And I guess he doesn't have possession.
He doesn't have possession.
Play the Canadiens tonight. Oh, yeah, that is a big game tonight.
That is a big game.
Right? They're pretty close in the standings.
They are pretty close. And the Islanders, despite the struggles they've had with scoring, and I mean, it's worse than where the Flames are, if you ask me. They're still very much in it. Yeah, Joel Farabee, kind of an idiotic play, if you ask me. He kept, like you said, he kept slashing him for no reason.
Also, it's okay, Cal. We can put you out of your misery on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, no, that puck. So I just saw another replay of Hanley knocking the puck out of midair. That was not going in.
No.
If he just didn't touch it, that wasn't going in. So
actually, I was gonna say, sorry, I wanted to bring up what was it? Becca had this one. Not watching Same Without John anymore. I know I showed you this. I don't think I've showed other people this too, though. But I got this at Christmas. I showed you that.
Oh, you did show me this. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right after Christmas, you showed me that.
Yeah, and I was like, man, it's really cool.
Devils with a couple of early shots as now the Flames clear. Flames have the 27th penalty kill in the NHL at 74%, which I'm kind of surprised is 27th. That seems like it's actually not that bad, but maybe it just wrong. And now the Flames intercept the puck, and Blake Coleman won't dump it. He'll take it into the zone with a shot that goes completely wide of Markstrom. And now Luke Hughes takes it up now for the New Jersey Devils as here comes Bratt. Bratt now with it. Lost the puck. Good poke check there. Not sure who that was. Might have been Coleman. But now the Devils go back. Do you think the Blue Jackets make the playoffs? I would say at this point, with the way that they've been struggling to win games and score, it's starting to seem more likely. It seems like that maybe they may have hit their ceiling, but they're starting to fade at this point.
I think the Canadians smell blood in the water right now. That's my feeling.
And also the Senators, but the Senators are
they're kind of already up there fairly well.
Sure.
Don't agree with how the penalty severity is based off of the injury, so it should be based off the play. Yeah, it always should be based off the play, not the injury. Injury's separate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nemec fakes the slap shot here, right side over to Sprong. Sprong with a shot, and that one is stopped and covered by Dustin Wolf with 25 seconds to go on the Devils' power play. And need the Rangers to lose tonight. Kat, you and I are in the same boat. You and I are in the same boat.
They might get their wish.
They might. I mean, they're playing the Leafs tonight. Oh, by the way, Kyle, on the Devils broadcast, they're showing a replay of Lomberg just absolutely putting Nate Bastian to sleep. With so many, is he a lefty?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because if he isn't, that is one strong left hand, regardless.
Yeah, he is a lefty. Yeah, he's definitely a lefty. I've
never seen a fight where a guy really got that many clean shots to the face.
Me either. And the fact that it was our two teams, though, and I'm sorry, he just pump
No, he
the
did. No, he did.
brakes on that guy.
Look, we would love nothing. Look, there's a lot of the Devils fan base that would love nothing more than for Nate Bastian to not be on this team. So him getting
Really?
hurt was like not the end of the world. As messed up as
Why?
that might sound, because he's
Why?
like he doesn't score. Like he's okay defensively. As now Joel Farabee comes into the zone right out of the box here. So both teams successful in their first kill of the night. But yeah, Nate Bastian like barely scores and barely
Right.
does anything else. And
Right.
is a fourth liner.
Oh. Well,
I'd
I mean,
rather-
isn't
I'd
that
rather
what
have-
a fourth liner does? Like,
No, Kyle, I'd rather have Jacob Verana as my fourth liner. I'm being serious.
you want Ryan Lomberg as your fourth liner? No, I like him too much.
I'm just saying, like, if Longberg was on the Devils, he would. Oh, dude, he'd be a fan favorite within 5 seconds.
He's already a fan favorite with us. I love him.
I think I told you, right? Like, he's the guy that, like, he's like my favorite guy in the Flames. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
I would go to war with him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Flames coming into the offensive zone. Kadri toe drag shot that gets blocked by Pesci. As that was a stinger. He's slow to get up. Zari now with a toe drag shot. That one gets fought off by Markstrom. Cotter now in the right corner. Now Pesci with it. Brendan Dillon now with the puck. Dillon losing it now to Zari. Pospisil feeds it in front to Kevin Ball with a shot. And that one is stopped and covered by Jacob Markstrom. I was so expecting it to go in.
Ball to score. Can you imagine?
When will the Flyers ever be good?
Probably when we're, yeah.
When were the Flyers good?
2010.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember. Colorado up early, by the way, 1-0 in Ottawa tonight.
Boo.
In Ottawa, yes.
Lame. So lame.
Yes, very lame.
The big game for Kyle and the Flames fans that are going to be watching as well is Vancouver against St. Louis. Both teams ahead of the Flames by 2 points. And although I think the Flames have, 2 games in hand on St. Louis?
After tonight, regardless of the results, it's going to be a 2 games in hand. Yeah.
Got you.
So, like, that's why I'm kind of on the fence. Like, the Flames need to do their business. They need, I don't know. The Senators and the Red Wings?
I don't see it. The Red Wings have fallen off too.
But it was funny. They were on a heater and then they lost like 7 in a row.
Very, very inconsistent.
Right? I don't know, man. I think the Habs smell blood right now. And I think
it's going to be the Habs too. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Habs. And honestly, I think for the NHL, the more Canadian teams they can get in the playoffs, the better. Just the better, I think, in general. Right? So at that point, like if the Senators and Habs get the 2 walker, how many
think about it. It could be Leafs, Sens, Habs. You got the Jets and the Oilers. And then you would have either Canucks or Flames get in. So that's 6.
That could be 6. And
that's 6.
I'd take that.
Oh my God, we would be the only Canadian team out. I hate
Maybe
my
not.
life.
Maybe not. Maybe you jump Vancouver.
I hate my life.
Maybe you jump Vancouver, Kyle.
Out of all the Canadian teams that make it, and then the one that doesn't is going to be us.
I think it would be, I was just thinking about like if the Canucks make the playoffs, like Jack Hughes will be the only Hughes brother that's not in the playoffs.
Yeah, well,
But the funny thing is that since all 3 have been in the league, which granted Luke hasn't been in the league that long, all 3 have still not been in the playoffs at the same time.
They did. The Canucks did just slaughter the Jets the other night.
Yeah, the Canucks are starting to find some good play of late. I've been noticing.
Yeah.
But we'll see how long that lasts because I don't think it will.
Long
feed now, just out of the reach of Heischer. Has a step still, but a good stick clearance there by Dustin Wolf. As that could have been a disaster. Now a shot by Heischer, and that's fought off by the pad of Dustin Wolf again. Heischer feeds it in front, deflected. That one gets stopped as well by Wolf on a nice tap from Timo Meier, and Dustin Wolf is already irritating me. He has stopped all 8 shots he has faced. Shots are 8-3 in favor of the Devils. Just want to point this out because it's funny. The Devils already have more shots in this first period than the Rangers had through 2 periods against the Flames 2 nights ago.
Give him an 8-year contract right now.
Oh, yeah. Kyle would love nothing more than like after this game to get in just like an 8x8.
The second that they can, just sign them long term.
They will, and I don't think they'll hesitate.
No, they won't.
As Hanley fakes the slap shot, Connor Zary and Tomas Tatar fighting along here, and then Tatar gets hit by the elbow of Pospisil. Puck comes out in front, but Dawson Mercer intercepts it, and we get a stoppage in play as now Pospisil is down on his knees, slow to get up. What is happening? As Mackenzie Weegar and Tomas Tatar at center ice, John, at each other.
Somebody's gonna fight tonight.
Somebody's mad.
Do it.
So it looks like the Devils are going back to the penalty kill here, as it looks like Tatar's going to go to the box, I would assume. But Jack Hughes put himself in the worst positions of all time. I'm surprised he doesn't get hurt more than he already does. It's a shame because he's undeniably talented. I would also I would counteract that argument a little bit by saying that he also has had some of the worst luck in terms of like when he's gotten hurt.
But also like put himself in the worst position. How?
That did not look good. Tatar came up and hit Pospisil elbow to like chest.
I see it. Yep.
And Sheldon Keefe does not like that call.
You get in the box, you
get
in there.
I think Bo Horvat and Anders Lee and maybe Noah Dobson.
I think that Bo Horvat and Anders Lee and maybe Noah Dobson are the best players on the Honors right now.
Honestly. What about Kyle Palmieri? He's had a really good year.
Yeah, Palmieri's been good. KQ, let's go. Go Flames, go. Love to see it.
KQ, nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Flames back to the power play for the second time tonight already. 0 for 1. They didn't have a shot, which is surprising. I thought they got a shot on goal in that first one, but I guess not. But either way, the Flames now trying to set it up. Ooh, and that one is intercepted by Dawson Mercer. He's one-on-one with Jonathan Huberdeau, and he gives it off to Kovacevic. Kovacevic with a shot, and that one just wide of Wolf. So the Flames playing with a little bit, no pun intended, playing with a little bit of fire there as they nearly get. That might have actually been
funny.
Jack turns himself into the boards when a guy is coming at him. I honestly can't really argue that, honestly.
Okay.
There's a drive there by Sharagovich. That's deflected high, and we get a stoppage of play as that was deflected with a high stick off the shot from Sharagovich. Can you bring up the armchair?
Sorry, yes.
No, you're good. I just want to read that again. It's trying to draw a penalty, which works sometimes. It also results in getting injured. I think that is somewhat of a fair point. I think also, whether people want to admit it or not, I think with the amount of injuries that Jack Hughes has had, I think there's a little bit of, I don't want to say fear, but there is a little bit of that, he's been in those positions where he's constantly gotten hurt. And it's like,
I got it.
But a good example of a guy that's like done better at avoiding that and doing exactly the opposite of what Armchair was saying is Jesper Bratt. He's found some moves to like get out of positions where he could like get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Laine does the same thing. Does he?
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't know that.
I would not know that because
I would not know that. I mean, as far as I know, Laine doesn't play defense.
If the Habs get in,
yes,
I feel like Laine is going to light it up.
Oh, that could have been a penalty. So I'm just saying that could have. Maybe that would have been a soft call. That would have been a really soft. Now that I think about it, that might have been a really soft call if it was called a trip. What were you saying before? Sorry.
No, I just think if Laine and the Canadians get in, like Laine is going to go off the rails in the playoffs.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Him? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw a different person. That shot there by Weegar is fought off by Markstrom. As now the power play is up for the Flames, so they are 0 for 2 on the night. I'm pretty positive they got a shot this time, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that they didn't get a shot on goal.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I'll tell you this. I think Lane Hudson ends up having like a Cale Makar type of like rookie impact in the playoffs.
Yeah, I could see that too.
You know, like first shift for Cale Makar.
Yep, I could
see after playing in college, goal. It's like, yep, this kid's gonna be good.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Now you have to develop around him, right?
For sure. I feel like now the Habs have a core, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You have Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Lane Hudson. Why am I missing someone?
Apparently Montembeault is like the guy.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, dude, Habs Fan TV absolutely is in love with Sam Montembeault.
Of course they are.
They absolutely love him. Again, I'm not crapping on Jack. I'd love to see him play far more often than he does. The league deserves to have him on the ice. I agree. You're absolutely right. And it's frustrating from There you go. There's your random March Madness game of the.
I got a perfect bracket so far.
Yeah, Kyle's got a perfect.
I got
bracket
a perfect bracket. I'm
at
just
this
saying.
point. As Kadri with a shot that just goes wide here, Timo Meyer will flip it out of the zone, and then Jesper Bratt gets, and I'm going to say this, lightly gets hit. It's like the slowest fall down I've ever seen.
Ooh, Avalanche now 2-0.
Okay, well, the Senators not having a good time here.
It's funny because it's like nothing's assured either, right? Like these are big games coming down the stretch.
Every game is a big game unless you're like
for everybody.
Like the Blackhawks.
Washington up 1-0 over Philly, I see on the scoreboard.
Fair enough. Also, I found out today, I think if the Blackhawks lose, I think they're officially eliminated from the playoffs.
I mean, all right. Like, we knew that.
We knew that in October.
Yes, we knew that.
That's mean. That's really mean. That's very mean. I feel bad for saying that now. Because I like Blackhawk fans. They're very nice to me. Very nice to me. I don't know.
That's good. I'm glad they're nice to you.
By the way, here's something crazy. The Devils haven't even played the Blackhawks yet this season. We're in late March. I want to see Jared. Nothing would make that did happen. No, that did happen. 2 years ago, it did.
2 years ago, wow.
Well, he missed one game. At that time, they score! And I believe it's Timo Meyer that got one just under the pad of Dustin Wolf. And the Devils strike first. It's 1-0 New Jersey.
Woo! Tank season's on, boys.
I have to see it is Meyer madness for sure. When the calendar flips to March, Timo Meyer just turns it up with, I think, like his 5th goal or 6th goal of this month. He has been playing very well. I got to see this again. Nico Kishaban did a turnaround chance, and oh boy, Dustin Wolf didn't see it. He thought he couldn't see it.
If he saw it, he would have stopped it. Just saying.
You know what? Timo didn't even touch the puck. He whacked at Wolf's left leg pad, and it disrupted the puck into the net.
Oh, he would have had no idea.
He didn't look. Well, if you look, he doesn't even look down. I don't think he saw that it went in.
I don't think he saw it either.
So Timo Meyer with a big-time goal here late in the first, as looks like Ryan Huska. Oh no, they're not challenging it.
No, I wouldn't.
They were showing on the Devils broadcast Huska and the assistant coach looking down at the replay. But I guess they.
Oh, I think Ovechkin scored.
Oh, for the love of Pete!
I think he scored.
He's gonna April 6th. I'm calling it right now. April 6th is when he breaks it.
7 goals away. He's going to do it.
I'm sorry, but April 6th, when the Capitals are playing the Islanders, is when he's going to break it. I'm very sorry to say that to you, but I'm just telling you what I think is happening.
Yes.
It's Jesper Bratt with a shot. That deflected wide by Mercer. Mercer now flips it over to Luke Hughes. Top of the point to Pesce, but it gets out of his reach, and it goes over to the Devils bench, and Pesce will have to whack it away.
How does he have 35 effing goals when he got injured for like however many games that was?
Because Ovechkin,
the guy's an alien.
That good.
The guy's an alien, honestly.
The guy's ridiculous. Guys,
I guess if he scored from the same spot as always.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, we are going to not realize just how fortunate we were with him and Crosby until they're both not playing anymore.
Oh, absolutely. I think
then we're going to be like, damn.
People for sure take it granted, for sure.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I still want to get an Ovechkin jersey before he retires, just for my collection.
Yes. My God, the Avalanche are
stomping
on.
Who's in net?
Clearly not Allmark.
Offsides here against the Flames. 1:22 to go in the first. Devils grab the early 1-0 lead thanks to 21st goal of the year from Timo Meyer.
We can give you this one. We beat you earlier in the year. We'll take a nice draw this year if that ends up happening. Whatever. I'm okay with tanking now.
Now Kyle's on the tank. Tanking mode.
After Monday, I fully accepted it. I have accepted it. I've accepted my fate. But you know what's stupid is when you look at the record, right?
Yeah.
31-25 and then 11, right? In those losses in overtime or shootout, right? That generally puts you in a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
That generally puts you in a playoff spot.
It does. I would say this. In any other year other than this year, I think the Flames are in a playoff spot
Sure.
with a decent amount of leeway.
I think for the Devils, they would be sitting second if it wasn't for Washington.
Yeah.
When you look at that record, absolutely.
Well, again, I've mentioned it before, and like I know it's knocking on the Capitals, but like analytically speaking, nothing they're doing makes any sense.
Oh, of course. It does.
Nothing
None of it
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Nothing makes sense. You mean to tell me that Pierre-Luc Dubois has found his game again? Really?
Yeah, I know.
I
Yo,
want
the
to get
Eagle jersey.
jersey. Yeah.
I want the one though from like remember when it was blue?
Ooh.
Yeah,
From
that'd be
like
nasty.
that year they went to the Cup final in like 90.
No, remember like it's the diagonal eagle, right?
Yeah.
But it was like
Well, I
this
know
was
what you mean, the
like
blue one. Yeah.
yeah,
They
but
wore it. No,
19
no, no. In
whatever,
the
yeah.
late 90s they wore it.
That's
Yeah.
right. They did.
I know what
Yes,
you
that's
mean.
right. Oh, sorry, it is all mark and net. Ha, whoops.
Only 7 players, NHL players with 80 plus points last season and this season. Leon Draisaitl, Mitch Marner, Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid, David Pastrnak, Nikita Kucherov, and Jesper Bratt.
Well,
Is that not
goddamn.
elite company right there?
Yeah, I would say so.
Keep in mind, Jesper Bratt also makes like about $4+ million less than everybody else on that list.
That's crazy.
He makes under 8. Think about that, people. He makes under 8 million, and he's playing like this.
That's wild. That's bananas.
Insane.
That's
As Blake
banana land.
Coleman with a shot that is partially saved by Markstrom. Now an opportunity. Shot there by Anderson, and he missed. Oh, my goodness. He had a little bit of an opening. Flames put on some good pressure here with 55 seconds to go in the first period. As now Blake Coleman now on the left side, still with it, gets away from a defender. Coleman comes in, toe drag shot. That gets blocked by Nemec to the right corner. As Timo Meier will try to whack it out, but he can't get it out. Now it comes to Coleman, and he can't hold on to it. As now Timo Meier and Coleman fighting with it. Nemec now will safely get it out of the zone, and Hischier will dump it into the right corner. Shots now 10-5 in favor of the Devils. As Kevin Ball with the one-handed pass there is pretty impressive.
The Devils might have the same amount of shots as the Rangers did by the end of the first period.
By the end of the first period. 15 seconds to go in the first period. It's now Frost loses it. Devils almost were able to come the other way. Kovacevic now gets it over to Bratt.
We already talked about this.
He flips into the zone. 2 seconds and 1, and that will do it for the first 20 minutes of action. So the Devils get the first goal of the game. Again, 21st of the year from Timo Meier. Flames go 0 for 2 on the power play. Devils 0 for 1. And 15 shots in total. Kyle, do you feel like that do you feel like that there was a decent amount of action in that first period?
Yeah, like, they had chances on the power play, but they just it was a lot of turnovers, a lot of giveaways that they kind of gave them a little bit. So, Wolf's keeping him in it again. Like, he's making big saves again. Like, it's the same goddamn story we've had all year. So, no, I'm kind of not really surprised by the start.
Fair enough. Do you want to take a quick break, or do you want to just roll right into the first intermission?
Yeah, I could go for a bathroom break.
All right, we will step aside for a bit.
Right.
I like how he's just bluntly. He's like, "Yeah,
he's got $400 on the floor." Oh my god!
The Jesus Christ, my friend, what are you doing?
Holy!
Well, I mean, look, it's only 1-0 with 2 periods left, so it's like, let's see what happens. But that's a lot. Well, hopefully you used you did it with our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook and used our promo code THPN when you sign up. If you bet just $5 or $400, you get $200 instantly in risk-free bets. Again, sign up at DraftKings and use our promo code THPN. Bet $5, $200 instantly. And guys, like right now, with so many different sports going on, especially like March Madness,
now's the time.
This is the time to get in on the huge cash prizes. So make sure to do it. So
and
now that I got that unexpected DraftKings promo read, we're gonna take our first break of the night and get another word from our sponsors, and we will see you in a little bit.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts, With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time. Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Kyle, look what we come back to.
I know.
Wow.
I know. That's awesome.
But Jesus, thank you for the $10 donation. Wow. Dude.
That'll buy me a beer at a game.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. And
Thank
look,
you.
Donations
Thank you.
are not required, but they are appreciated 100%.
Of course.
So, Jesus,
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Also,
you.
Kyle, in
Yes.
case you want to know, it's now 4-0.
Oh my. Pull Allmark right now. Pull him out. Pull him right
Crazy.
now. Pull him out. That's wild.
Good vibes over here at THPN. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And again, if you also are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Also subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we go live here. We do live watch-alongs all the time here during the NHL season. We'll do international hockey, especially with the Olympics coming up next year. And I feel like we should try to do some maybe PWHL games if possible. I feel like that could be fun.
Yeah, we can try and do a playoff game.
We could
coming up.
definitely. Oh yeah, the playoffs right around the corner.
Yep.
Love
it.
By the way, this.
Yeah, I read that. Easy.
Do you see Armchair? No. Armchair's
Oh.
response right now. Correction. That will not buy you a beer at a game.
Yes, it did. It bought me exactly. It was $9.
Not
Sorry,
in-
$9
I'll- okay.
last night.
Okay, not in New Jersey. You won't get that. It will cost you like $17, my friend.
I like to go though and like have one. I'm okay if I go there,
I
knowing
always
that I'm
only go with
spending
one.
that. Yeah,
I always go with one. Yeah.
knowing that you're gonna spend it, like I'm okay with one. But then you also see like when you ever go to the bar stand and you see like Jack
Looks-
Daniels or like whiskey or whatever, right? And they cost the same amount. It's like, well, you're not getting nearly the same amount as to something like this, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But Jesus also may have put money down on the Senators tonight.
Oh, that's not pretty. It's not over.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, my friend. I'm sorry that.
sucks.
Hey, you know what? Again, it's only the first period. I've seen a team come back from down 4. It's not out of the question.
Yeah, not the Blue Jackets did. Remember against the Leafs? What was that last year?
Oh God, I was at Devils home opener in 2019. Devils were playing the
Actually,
Winnipeg,
sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
the Devils were playing the Winnipeg Jets home opener. Devils went up 4-0, lost 5-4 in the shootout. It's the worst. Just like,
I remember I was live with Peter from Sticks in the Six doing that game.
which one?
We were doing that game. We were doing Jackets and Leafs.
Oh, when they came back. Wow.
And we were like, oh.
It's just getting worse.
How much do you? But also curious, like just going back to the beer topic, like how much is it at a Devils game?
17.
Oh, like sorry, like yeah. That's
Well,
right.
here, okay. Let's put it this way. Let me clarify. Every beer that's sold at the Prudential Center is a tall boy. Like, there's no exception. You don't get like anything below that.
Sure.
So, like, I guess I kind of see where they're coming from, but like, also, like, dude, it's so much. Like, you know, I would say this for any Devils fan that's watching and has been to this place. There's 2 bars right next to the Prudential Center: American Whiskey and Reds. Two great bars.
Right.
You can literally get the same thing that you would get at the Prudential Center for about half that price.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my response to people is this: if you want to like drink, go do it like before the game, like have one or whatever.
Yeah.
And just know that you're going to end up spending less. You're going to be in a good position anyway.
We were leaving Calgary last month, and maybe Dylan knows this. We were at the airport. It was some little burger joint like in one of the zones. I think it was like zone B or
you gotta
something.
you gotta love the random burger
joints.
It
Was maybe it was a burger joint. It was kind of like a burger joint, but anyway, it was like a little diner burger joint kind of thing. And me and my dad got 2 beers each. Right. And it was like almost $45. And we're like, man, that's a meal. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, what have we done?
It's dumb. It's so stupid.
That's crazy.
But then last night at a OHL game, right? For one beer, like same thing. Like it was probably a tall, like let's call it a tall boy, right?
Tall boy. Yep.
Yeah, it was $9. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like that's what I'm expecting to buy. Yeah. But then you also go buy 12 beers today, tall boys, and it's $25 at the beer. So
nice. Very nice. The beer that I like the most, and okay, people are gonna think it's biased for a reason.
Also, sorry, $24 Canadian. That would be for a tall boy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So don't come here. I say that respectfully. Don't come here if you want to buy beer.
That's
unbelievable. Here, I mean New Jersey. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, again.
Oh man, I forgot to tell you a story actually. So we had a friend that was just in New York during the March break. A couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago? No, sorry, about a week ago, whatever it was. And he was with whatever. He went with his mom, and they took the subway, right? And they were trying to figure it out or whatever, right? And they were getting help because there were some nice people, but they were like, "Just follow the queue, man. Just go to the queue."
Follow the queue, yeah. Follow the queue.
He's like, if you want to get anywhere in this city, you follow the queue. And I'm like, all right, so I should know that. Like next time.
Like I have said to many people, especially people who have never been to New York City, that you better plan out everything before you go, and that includes the subway, because it's not always going to be the case that people are going to be nice to you to tell you like where to go.
Sure.
It is New York.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, I have my places that I go in New York City. I know how to get there via subway. I'm good. I'm very much good.
I think
it was just in New York today, but Long Island to be specific.
So it was funny though, because like you can also get cheap flights actually from here to New York, and we might do that one time. But
from where
they did from Toronto to New York.
Yeah,
like sometimes it can be cheap. Yeah. But they did the double-decker bus.
Nice.
Apparently it was
the tour bus. Yeah,
the tour bus, because it goes everywhere, right?
I know, dude. You could be on that thing for hours.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. You could do it all day, whenever.
My salad bowl here.
Love that.
And yeah, no, it's not. I don't have, guys. I don't have bloomin' onion tonight. I have salad.
And we were seeing pictures and videos, but they went to Summit 1.
Okay.
Like the glass, like it's glass flooring and like everything. It looked really cool too.
It is cool.
And they charge you more in the evening than they do during the day there.
because a lot of people like going there and eating because it looks cooler,
Because the
like in
sun
general.
sets over
Yep,
the city
yep.
and all that. Yeah.
So it's just kind of like the true honesty about New York City is that there really is like so much to do. Like there's so many different
Yeah.
things to like do. I guess you could say maybe I've taken a little bit for granted because it's, I'm like an hour change away from the city, but like I don't know, I've kind of done everything that I've wanted
That's
to
what I
do
mean.
in the
You're like,
city.
I'm just here now, right?
I
Like,
don't well like, and I'm a suburbs kind of person anyway, so like I have no intentions of ever wanting to live in the city. But
that's why you
th-
take a
th-
trip out west to Calgary
this is
one time.
funny. No, Vijay's
Imagine
just
my dad
making me
used to
laugh.
cross the border of the
The
U.S.
border just for alcohol.
I
You
did.
think that
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
it's a
We
thing? People
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. So being up north, the border for us, like or sorry, no, not being up north. Crossing the border over to Quebec was actually cheaper. But yeah, like when we would sometimes like we were probably 2 hours away, but like if I didn't do any shopping, it's me and my dad and you stop at duty free. Yeah, we're buying alcohol for sure.
so wait, where would you go in the United States to get
Right at
alcohol?
the what is it, the Peace Bridge to go over to
Okay.
Buffalo.
Okay.
But you know what's funny actually is our friend who came back from New York,
Hmm.
they made him, it didn't matter what he spent for shopping, right? They made
Hmm.
him pay duties, like $30 in
Wow.
duty. So no matter what now, as a Canadian who wants to shop and go over the board and do some shopping, you'll always have to come back and pay duties now. It's
I am so
it's
so.
like
I'm very sorry.
yeah,
Like
and it's like, what the heck? Like, well,
no.
why should we have the incentive now to go over and do it? Like,
There's a certain someone that runs the country that I'm a part of that makes
yeah.
everything
And
just
yes, we're still in intermission, I believe. Yeah.
yeah, we are still in intermission. You got another like 2 or 3 minutes here.
Yep.
But like 5 minutes actually.
Yep.
Because I just saw it on the scoreboard. But yeah, going back to the game really quickly. Again, Devils up 1-0 after one. Timo Meyer scored his 21st of the year. Devils outshot the Flames 10-5.
Yep.
Flames had 2 power plays in that first period, did not score on either. Obviously, Devils had 1 power play, didn't score on that one. So I didn't, I didn't really feel like the Devils were like the better team per se in that period. Like they definitely had some better chances.
I still feel like they control the game, though,
Yeah. And I think
for
that's
sure.
kind of, and again, you're seeing it, Kyle, through 20 minutes, right? You're seeing how much of a struggle it is for the Flames to get shots just on net because of how well the Devils do in blocking shots in front.
Right.
So,
I just feel like this is just gonna be. It feels like after even one period that they're just gonna like
yeah.
control the game. Like I feel like if the Devils get a second goal, I think this is over.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Devils went up 2-0 and then parked the bus because that's how they,
Well, they know it too, and I'm sure a lot of teams know it as well. Like when they
yeah.
play Calgary, it's like, all right, well, all we really got to do is score 3 goals, and we pretty much got this wrapped up.
Yeah. And sometimes even 2 might be enough.
Sometimes, yeah. That's why
Yeah,
I feel like if they get to 2, it's like, well, there you go. Like this is just going to be another case where the Flames can't score, and that's just been the story of the year.
for sure. For
They're
sure.
gonna we're gonna get absolutely railed by the Avalanche next week or whenever that is,
Well,
considering what
hopefully
they're
it's
doing to
not
Ottawa tonight.
well, yeah, I was going to say, hopefully it's not like the way Ottawa's game has gone so far. But by the way, if you guys are also still just jumping into the chat, make sure to leave your score predictions if you haven't already. Again, you have until the beginning of the third period to put your score prediction. And if anybody gets it right, just give you a shout out. Just give you a
Beginning
shout
of
out.
the third period. That's a
It's what I
big
always. It's what I've
stretch.
always done. I don't know. It's fun.
I guess, but that's such a stretch.
KQ, yeah,
So
yeah, you got it. Yep, Michael Backlund.
no, well, yes, we do, and no, we don't. We've talked about it before, though, where
Yeah.
he, like, yes, he's good for the locker room, and you know, he deserved it. Like at the time when everything was happening with the trades and everybody wanting out and all that, like,
Sure.
yes, he deserved to be the captain. Mackenzie Weegar deserves to be the captain of this team going forward,
Mm.
long term. He needs to be the captain of this team. I have all the respect in the world for Backlund, but he has, frankly, and no fault of his own, he's lost his speed, right?
Yeah.
He frankly belongs on the fourth line.
Mhm.
He's still great for the room, don't get me wrong. But you just, when you expect, like, when you get a captain at the beginning of the year, you
Mhm.
expect that guy to be a leader on and off the ice. He's
Yeah.
been a leader off the ice, but on the ice, he's kind of playing like a backup role, so to
Mhm.
speak, right? And that's not what you want to see. And I'd like to see somebody step up, right? And I think
Mhm.
for the most part, it's been Uyghur for most of
Mhm.
the year, where I'd like to see him kind of be more into that role, right?
Right.
And I also kind of agree that Justin Kirkland kind of got, that was dirty. That fact that he got on LTIR,
Remember that
right?
little stretch he had before he got hurt where he
The
was like,
shootouts, man.
yeah, he was doing really well. So
And Anthony Mantha, who's on LTIR, like
I
I
think this
think it,
team would be different if you had both of those guys healthy in the lineup.
I think it absolutely would be
Oh,
different. Oh,
interesting. Well, they're showing a replay again of the Timo Meyer goal. Adam Klapka, he deflected the shot, the original shot from Nico Hischier. It came up and got Wolf in the chest, and then Timo whacked it in.
mhm.
So that's kind of what they were shown on the replay
That's
there.
what happened with it.
Yeah,
Got it.
so and like that's not a knock on Klapka. It's just kind of, he's playing defense, and it's just a bad bounce that happens. The
Sure.
guy is the first over the boards on the PK. He's legitimately elite
Backlund, yeah.
defensively. The problem is that he's a ghost offensively. You're talking
And I
about
have no problem with
Backlund, I
that.
assume.
I
Is that
have,
what you
yeah,
said?
Backlund, yeah. And I have no problem.
Oh,
Yes, I
second
totally
period, by the
agree.
way, just started.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I'll get
No,
the
you're
score
good.
up.
You're good. You're good. I want you to keep going, but
Like, yeah, he's great defensively, but in order, like, your captain, it feels like he needs to have a little bit of offensive presence, in
Mhm.
your captain.
I agree.
And, like,
Yeah.
actually, KQ says it perfectly. Yeah, he does the little things for sure,
Yeah.
but not enough for me as the captain of the team.
Kyle, I'm going to give you your first trivia question of the night.
Yes.
In 4 seasons with the Calgary Flames, how many shutouts did Jacob Markstrom have? How many did he have?
Is there a
Okay.
multiple choice question? That seems like a lot.
Do you want me to give you multiple? I can give you multiple choice.
Sure.
All right. He had 8, 17, 15, 12.
In 4 seasons. I don't
4
think it was
seasons.
8.
Okay. Okay.
I want to say 15.
You're right. It is 15.
Hey, all right. Oh, we got Ryan checking in too. What's going on,
Hey,
man?
what's up, Ryan?
Good stuff.
Ryan,
He's
the
at
boys
the
at
press
Sportcast
box
do a
in
great job,
Dallas.
by the
Look
way.
at that. Good stuff.
Oh, wow. Wow. Look at him.
Ryan, how do we feel about a Stars Avalanche first round matchup?
I think he's totally for it. It's Timo Meyer with
I
a
think we're all
shot that gets
for it.
fought off by Wolf. So now the Devils with some pressure. Top of the point
That's
to Luke
awesome.
Hughes. Hughes now over to Pesci. Pesci, wrist shot! And that one just goes wide. May have hit the post. Either way, just wide of Dustin Wolf's glove. The Devils will have to go back and restart. Long feed just out of the reach of Nico Hischier, and we will get a icing here against the Devils.
I think, along with doing the Devils, obviously in
Yep.
the Hurricanes, because we have to, and I need you guys to do it. I need you to do it with the Surge Cast, please.
You want me to be, you want me
I
to be
need you
miserable
to
for like
do
a week.
it. But also, like,
Here we go.
I'm gonna tie myself to that Avalanche and Stars series. That's gonna be
I think that's
fireworks.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's gonna
love
be
how, by
fireworks.
the way, Colorado's up 4-0 after 1, and they're going to the power play. Like I'm just saying, it's really like it's getting bad. So that stretch pass just out of the reach of Nason from Timo Meyer there. As now the Flames trying to get it out as Jake Bean turned it over and Timo Meyer took a shot, but it's gloved by Dustin Wolf. So about 90 seconds in, Kyle, Devils putting some pressure. Ooh, here's our trivia question. Here's number 2. I got
Oh,
another one
all
for
right,
you.
a 1 for 1. Let's
Jacob
go.
Markstrom has the 4th most wins, 105, in Calgary Flames team history.
Yep.
Which 3 goalies have more? I feel like I have to write this down.
So
I'm not going to remember what you said.
so Mike Vernon, Mika Kiprusoff.
Okay.
Definitely Kiprusoff and it's got
I
to be
couldn't
Vernon.
tell you who
for
the other
sure.
one is. I couldn't tell you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to think here.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. This is a good question.
Did Grant Fuhr play for the Flames? No,
I-
he wouldn't have gotten that many wins.
Yeah, I mean he wouldn't have played that long with them.
No, I don't think so. I don't
I feel like,
know.
I mean, I know this is like, I mean, this is more for you. So
Sure.
So
I'll think about it.
When I get a break, I'm going to look it up myself just to see. Is that shot there is saved and covered by Jacob Markstrom? Is Adam Klapka there? I just noticed, Kyle, that Klapka he's wearing a neck guard.
Good.
Or
Good.
I don't know if it's a neck guard. It's like this black thing that maybe is like just like one of those like shirts. I'm not really sure.
And maybe it is. Maybe you're right.
RJ giving us what's up, RJ? I think it's the first I've seen of RJ. Oh,
David Riddick. What? Are you talking David Riddick?
Yes, David Riddick. Oh no, even better, John Gillies.
John Gillies.
And both the Devils and the Flames have had the displeasure of watching John Gillies attempt to be a goalie.
It's got to be.
I don't even know.
It's got to be Kiprusoff. I'm sold on the fact that it's Kiprusoff.
I think based off of that, I think you've gotten two so far. I'm saying a thing. I actually don't have the answer, so I'd have to look myself.
Maybe Turek. Remember Roman Turek? I think he played for Dallas at one point.
Yeah,
all those years ago.
Rick
Walmsley too, actually.
As that puck just comes out of the zone and Hanley will have to regroup here. Just about 3 minutes into the second period, Devils still up 1-0 thanks to a first period goal from Timo Meier. Again, his 21st of the season as he continues his strong month of March. As now comes up the center there, Sharon Govich takes a shot. That one gets blocked by a couple of Devils, and Paul Cotter will one-handed out of the zone. As Cotter trying to keep it in, he stays on side somehow, but now Joel Farabee comes the other way for Calgary, and he'll flip it into the right corner where Markstrom tried to play it and missed the puck, which is not a shock.
By the way, just score updates around the league. You got 2-0 Washington. You got 2-1 Toronto. No score in Florida and Columbus. 1-1 Montreal and the Islanders. And the Canucks and Blues, no score almost at the end of the first.
Awesome. Nate Bastian flips it out of the zone. Flames actually have put on some pretty decent pressure in the last minute and a half here. As Devils having a little bit of trouble, but they're in the offensive zone right now as Tomas Tatar with the puck gets over to Paul Cotter. Cotter fighting along with Rasmus Anderson as Anderson looked like got it. Now Tatar with it. Now shot. That one is stopped by Dustin Wolf. A point-blank save there from Wolf to keep it a 1-goal deficit. Bratt now with the puck. Bratt now to Tatar. He fans on the shot, and that puck comes out of the zone. Tatar tried to stick handle, tried to deke out Wolf, but he made the good save regardless.
It was a good save.
Dawson Mercer on right side. Gets to top of the point. Puck comes out of the zone. What?
Sorry, I think we need the Blues. If we want to make it, I think we need the Blues to win tonight. So, yes, I think we need Vancouver to lose.
I remember we were talking about that on today's episode of Flames Cast.
Yeah, I think we need Vancouver to lose more.
Yeah. Ooh, dude, that was just a great save from Dustin Wolf. He's made a couple of really good saves in this game.
Yep, that's who he is, man.
It could be 2 or 3-0 Devils at this point if not for Dustin Wolf.
Could not agree more.
And, nice. I mean, it's, again, really good save. Really, really good save. I'm still stuck on that trivia question.
I'm going to go Kiprusoff, Vernon, and Roman Turek.
Okay.
Why not?
Do you want me to just wait till the trivia question comes back up to give you the answer? I can just wait.
Yeah, if you want, sure.
Yeah,
well, see what other people. I want to know what do other Flames fans think. We got 3 guys in front of Markstrom.
Put it in the chat. Put in the chat what you think. What you think the answer might be.
Yes.
It's now Weegar with the puck now. Backhand's intercepted by the Devils. Timo Meier takes a shot, and that one just over the net there. So the Devils keep it in. Dumoulin, shot. That one is stopped. High riser caught by Wolf off a shot from Brian Dumoulin, who on Monday had an assist and a +2 rating in just under 18 and a half minutes. Dumoulin came over from the Anaheim Ducks at the trade deadline for a second-round pick and Herman Troff. So really interesting pickup, but he's been a solid defensive defenseman since he got over here. 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2016 and 2017.
Yup.
Wolf or Calder, I couldn't agree more. But he won't.
Yeah. It's going to be Celebrini. Watch.
Because goalies, is now Blake Coleman trying to get into the zone, gets it over now, shot, and that one just goes wide from, I think that was Farabee. Now the Devils come the other way with a little bit of speed. Daniel Sprong comes into the zone. Sprong still with the puck now, waits, comes in, feeds it in front, couldn't get it to glass. Dumoulin keeps it in, shot by Holla, and scores! Eric Holla with a wrist shot Come shove over the glove side of Dustin Wolf, and the Devils have doubled the lead. It's 2-0.
Well, this game's over. We're at 2 goals. It's over.
Eric Holla with a beautiful shot. He continues to step up his play of late. I'm going to see the replay here on the Devils broadcast. Sprong tried to feed it to Glass, couldn't get it to him, and then Dumoulin to Eric Holla, and wait a minute. That went off of Kevin Ball's leg and in. He deflected it in with his left thigh. Oh my goodness.
One more there to give Kevin Ball to help the Devils say.
So Kevin Ball scoring against his former team. The only problem is that it was for the Devils, not against them. But
well, that was a good game.
Eric Holla with his 7th goal of the year, and I think the assists are probably going to be Cody Glass and Brian Dumoulin, I believe. So the Devils trying to get some good pressure. Shots currently now 15-7 in favor of the Devils here as Markstrom almost turned that over. And that puck comes out in front, but nobody home for the Flames. Klapka intercepts it for Calgary, gets it top of the point, now to Weegar. Weegar gets around a defender, takes a shot. That one goes wide. Puck is loose. Klapka throws a turnaround shot that I think may have gotten a piece of Markstrom. Good pressure here from Calgary. Nemec gets knocked down, no penalty. Some good pressure still here. And now Nemec finally gets it, and he'll flip it out of the zone. It'll go all the way down for an icing.
Michkov would be winning the award hands down if he didn't have Torts playing him 5 to 10 minutes.
What a shock.
Nights. Yeah.
I think Torts is getting fired after this year.
You wonder how many teams are going to regret not picking Michkov in the draft. Remember because he fell to 7th?
Remember we did the draft? We did a live watch along with the draft. Remember that? And we were like wondering why he kept falling.
And falling and falling and falling.
Where did he end up getting picked? What number?
7th, I think, by the Flyers. Yeah,
I thought it was higher than. I thought it was lower than that.
No, I think it was 7th because we thought he was going to be like 2nd or something like that. Yeah, it's okay. And like KQ says, like towards this, he's gonna go soon. And it's 5-0 Avalanche.
And it's 5-0. Great. Lovely.
And they're only 3 minutes into the second.
As now Timo Meier to the offensive zone for the Devils. He gets it top of the point now to Luke Hughes. Luke tried to get around a defender, intercepted by Pospisil, but then the Devils regain it here, and they come right back into the zone. Timo Meier gets around a defender, but a good stick play there by Weegar, and now the Flames look to try to come the other way as they'll dump it into the left corner of here. So Stefan Nasa will control for New Jersey. Just over 7 minutes into the second period, Devils just took the 2-0 lead thanks to a goal with a little bit of help from Kevin Ball, but a goal nonetheless for Eric Holla, his 7th on the campaign. Yay.
If they win 3-0 tonight, are we like, is that a dead draw because we did win?
Yeah, we're even.
Earlier?
Yeah, at that
like
point, it's a clean even. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I like that. I like that.
I kind of shut up.
Well, I kind of like that when our teams play. Like we get 2 games and you get a win and I get a win.
Get a win and we're all happy. Right, exactly.
All happy at the end of the day.
Yes. Brian Dumoulin gets the lone assist on that goal. I thought maybe Glass got a piece on that, but nonetheless, Dumoulin now with points in back-to-back games. So now the Devils come back into the offensive zone. Dawson Mercer drops off to Brett. Jesper Brett feeds it in front. It gets deflected away. As now Jesper Brett regains it now, tries to get it, loses it for a second. Tatar flips it, try to get top of the point to Kovacevic. Just out of the reach there was Tomas Tatar, but Tatar regains it. Some good forechecking here by the Devils. Dawson Mercer wraps it around the boards to Jesper Brett. Brett fighting along now with Hanley in the right corner. Both guys fighting for it now as now Dumoulin comes in with Frost. Tatar gets it and tried to feed it to Kovacevic, but it's out of his reach, and the Devils will have to go back and regroup.
Who wins MVP this year, Neil?
Nathan MacKinnon. It's my opinion.
I was just thinking that.
I think Nathan MacKinnon wins. Here's how I look at it. Nathan MacKinnon's going to win the Hart, and the Norris is going to be won by Cale Makar. I think Quinn had a really good shot to win it before he got hurt.
Yes.
That's how I look.
And then Hellebuck's going to win. He's already won the Vezina.
Although I really
Hellebuck's winning the Vezina.
I would really, as a former goalie, I would really like to see Hellebuck win the Hart.
Connor back with us. What's going on, Connor? What's happening?
What's up, Connor?
apparently, Dylan, this evening, there was an auto show in Vancouver today.
It's an auto show. Interesting.
An auto show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Connor, I may be
heard.
going to the Devils Canucks game on Monday, which is also an ESPN
Oh.
Plus 7:30 game. So yeah, no live watch along unless someone else wants to do it. Dylan. Well,
Right?
yeah. Maybe
Do
Grant.
it.
Maybe Grant could do it.
Grant's done Canucks games before.
That's what I'm saying.
He's done it before.
But I think Connor wants me specifically to do a Canucks game at some point.
Interesting.
He wants
2-2
me.
Leafs Rangers, by the way.
Shit. Damn it. It's
God
fine.
damn it.
Well, I mean, look, like for the Devils, I mean, if they win this game and the Rangers win, like nothing has changed. And
That's
it's
right.
fine. It's just fine.
Kirill Kaprizov too. Yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't injured, he would have been up there.
Good point. Is that
Because the Wild were on a tear.
there? Yeah. 10:24 and ticking to go in the second period here. Devils up 2-0 on the Calgary Flames.
I have a snow report, by the way, for Flames fans who are skiing this weekend.
Snow report?
Yeah, they throw it up sometimes for
How many inches?
the ski mountains.
How many inches?
At the one Nikiska, which is closest to Calgary, or from what I know, and it's just beside some of the little hills, they had 10 centimeters the last 7 days. They got 102 centimeters at the base. So
Okay.
there you go.
My math is not mathing. How many centimeters did you say?
102 at the base.
So how many feet is that? Oh, well, we have a commercial break. I can do this real quick.
No, I can do it. Centimeters to, what did you say, feet?
Yeah, it's 4 feet. 4 feet.
Yeah, so 4 feet of snow. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awful. That
What do you mean?
sucks.
For skiing / snowboarding?
Oh, for ski. Well, I'm talking about like digging it out of your home.
Oh, okay.
I'm nowhere near that.
Well, guess what? Neil is in. I'm pretty sure Dylan lives near Surrey too. So there you go.
I don't live in Surrey. I don't even know where that is.
You don't.
Never heard of it. Never heard of
The
such
Neapolitan ice cream combo. That's what I want to call.
What is he? Who is he talking about? Is he talking about?
I have no idea.
Connor, you may really have to be more specific because I'm not really. I know you said it in the last stream, but I don't remember what you're talking about. I live in BC. We got 18 centimeters last night.
Fun.
It's
raining.
You guys, Canada really has fun with their snow, man. It's crazy.
I read on Twitter, and I think it was Eric Francis who mentioned it today. He said that 2 golf courses, I'm pretty sure in Calgary, were opening up this weekend.
Well, isn't he an avid golfer?
I'm pretty sure he is.
You think he's been watching? You think he watched the Players tournament?
Oh, buddy, the Masters coming around the corner. I'm gonna be glued to the TV.
A tradition unlike any other.
Using the THPN channel to just live stream the Masters.
Yo, that could be fun. That could actually be really fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I would spend all day Thursday and Friday just sitting here watching golf all day. Exactly. I'm a psycho.
That's
psycho.
Great.
Yeah.
Couple of quick games coming up for the Devils. Obviously, they got Calgary tonight. Saturday, big game at home against the Ottawa Senators. Then on Monday, they're at home against the Vancouver Canucks. And then they go to Chicago, Winnipeg, Minnesota on the 26th, 28th, and 29th of March. So the Devils, quick little 3-game homestand here, and then they will be on the road for a Central Division road trip. Jiminy
Cricket Pizza. I think he's trying to mash it all into one.
What
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
We're just going to
on.
roll with the punches here.
I'm not going to talk about the Canucks tonight.
Just getting a quick update here from March Madness. Apparently, Drake, number 11, is beating number 6 Missouri. I don't know if that means anything. Drake is beating Missouri right now.
Wow.
Don't know if that means anything, but
Drake has always been a team that could upset other teams in the past. So
absolutely,
I do love.
We can do one, Dylan. Yeah, we'll have to find one. We'll have to do one before the season ends.
Do it Saturday. Do it Saturday.
But I'm trying to.
Let's make it. Kyle, let's make it 3 consecutive flame streams.
No, because I have to find a time that's not late for me. That's why I like to.
How is that late? You said it was a day game.
Which one?
Against the Islanders.
That's on a Saturday. I'm not doing it on a Saturday. Crazy. It's a Saturday. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm spending my whole day watching hockey on Saturday. I'm doing a double. Yeah. I'm doing a doubleheader. I'm seeing the New York Sirens, and in the afternoon at the Prudential Center, and then that night I'm going to see Devils Senators.
I see April 13th at 8:00. That's early enough.
Oh God.
No, wait, that's a Sunday.
oh, come on, Kyle. Sunday?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's a Sunday. As
Not done.
Pesci with a shot that gets blocked by Uyghur. As now Kadri will play for Calgary with 8.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Well, I could do Monday, March 31st, 8:30 in Colorado. Oh, we're gonna get
Why would you want? Okay.
spanked. We're
Okay.
gonna get spanked.
Hey, have fun with it.
I
Oh
won't.
boy, as the Devils just sailed that puck. And that's going to be a delayed game as it's going to be Brett Pesci going to the sin bin. 8:21 to go in the second period. Devils up 2-0, but the Flames are going to their third power play of the night.
Hey, Little Caesar pizza out of way. Love that.
I had it once.
Yeah, I'm not high on the Little Caesars train.
I feel like it would be better if I went to Detroit and had it.
Have you ever had a Detroit style pizza?
No, which one is that?
I
had Chicago. When I went to Chicago a couple years ago, I had deep dish, and I was like, actually,
it's deep dish, but I think there's more sauce applied to it.
oh, is it like a really like big sauce pie? Let me
I
see this.
think it is. I could be wrong.
Detroit style. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna look at a picture and just see what I'm looking at.
I think it's the one with sauce.
What is this
sauce.
nonsense? Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
like oh okay yeah. I mean basically that's Little Caesars,
Pretty much.
Little Caesars.
Yeah, Chicago style though is good. Like the deep dish stuff. That's like the big squares. They're really good. Yeah, they're
My
good. Oh,
I'm trying to do a Gaza. I'm trying to what?
he was mixing up the names.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. Guys, if you're still in here, someone's trying to take your job. Someone's trying to take his job, and I don't.
They took your job.
They took your oh God! I'm quoting South Park. We at that point now? Have we reached that level?
Your job.
Oh gosh!
That was great. That's a great. Oh my god!
Oh, God.
I'm a sucker for that show. Sometimes
Yeah,
like it's the stupidest show in the world, but
dumbest
it's
thing. And then what's funny is that those two guys then created the play, The Book of Mormon. By the way,
that's right. They did.
a few moments ago, Tatar got absolutely robbed by Dustin Wolf on a backhand. Tatar has had no luck tonight against Dustin Wolf. And then just before we went to commercial break, Brett Pesci backhanded the puck out of play. So it's a delay of game penalty. So now we'll see if the Flames can get back in this one a little bit here. Again, they're 0 for 2 so far in the power play. As now Ryan McGill having a little conversation with his defensive unit.
Start
He
quoting
started quoting the Jersey Shore South Park episode.
Which one's this?
When did I do that?
You did that? Do you know what it is?
Oh, he said start quoting. Oh, I thought he said I started. Yeah, it's like when they say like, oh, it's a Jersey thing.
Oh, okay, got it.
You know what, dude? That's like the worst episode of them all. It's so bad. This is all just like Jersey Shore BS.
It is.
It's like, first of all, why do people like that show? I've watched it. I find it not entertaining in the slightest.
It's just...
It's stupid.
But it's funny because you remember like the Amazon episode?
Oh God! Don't even.
Do you remember that? Like it's so real and horrible at the same time.
Horrible at the same time, right?
One.
Exactly. Because now it's shot there, and the shot they score, and it's Nazem Kadri who gets a little bit of it past Jacob Markstrom, and the Flames, just a couple of seconds into the power play, have gotten it. And actually, this might be Coronado again, and I think it is
again.
Matthews, or as they call him, Matthew Scoronado, living up to his name as he gets a power play goal, and it's now 2-1 Devils.
Damn it.
Sharp angle shot, and I got to see this again. I don't know if Markstrom just missed it. I got to see it again. Huberdeau with the pass, shot, and it might have hit off the skate of Dawson Mercer. Got to see this again. Oh, it hit off of Mercer's stick.
Yeah, it did.
So now both teams have done that. So now both teams have just been worthless defensively.
Well, you guys better than us, but you know.
Okay. But right now, the game-winning goal is a goal that went off of Kevin Ballin in.
Apparently, Markstrom just stared down Nazem Kadri.
Maybe they don't like each other. I don't know.
Well, I don't like him anymore.
Fair enough. 18th goal of the year for Matthew Coronado. Goals in back-to-back games for Coronado, who continues to be probably, would you be fair to say he's been the biggest surprise for the Flames this year?
Yes and no. Like, you wanted to see him take another step, so I wouldn't call it a surprise. I would just call it development.
Pleasant surprise for sure.
Pleasant surprise, sure.
There you
That's the
go.
way to go about it.
There you go. Oh, by the way, Toronto just took the lead again on the Rangers 3-2. 10:39 to go in the second period. And oh no, wait, we already knew that it was 5-0.
Oh, I thought it said 6 for a second. Oh,
We're like, oh.
3-0 Washington.
By the way, Kyle, that goal by Coronado, that was just the 10th shot of the game so far for the Flames.
We love Flames hockey.
By the way, guys, don't panic, but it is 2-1 in the second period.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 2-1 Flames, but it's 2-1. I'm already nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm just that it's going to stay 2-1 for the longest freaking time.
I'm having a great time.
Kyle wins either way.
Oh yeah, I'm
a
winner. I'm a winner either way.
Kyle is a winner either way. As Klapka goes into the right corner, and he has the puck right now, but it's intercepted by Pesci, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Morgan Frost with assists on Matt Coronado's 18th goal of the season, a power play goal at the 11:58 mark. Icing here against the Devils, as Flames have kind of turned the tide a little bit here in the little bit going. They get that goal in the power play, and now they're putting on pretty decent amount of pressure here. So if you're the Devils, you gotta try to lock back in here and try to go get the next goal.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done. Devils last game, they did win 2-1 in a gutsy win over. I keep saying the word gutsy because it really was a gutsy win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. So
yep.
I've said this before with the Devils, especially without having Jack Hughes, without having Dougie Hamilton, without having Jonas Siegenthaler.
Yep.
They're just going to play a much more what I would call playoff defensive style of hockey, where like they do have enough talent to score for sure. They can do that, but they're really going to try to play a solid brand of defensive hockey, and that's just what it is. Is Timo Meier. Did he flip that out of play? Is that going to be another delay of game, or did that go off the boards?
I thought it went off the boards.
I think it went off the boards. Farabee was immediately like, hey, but Timo Meier's going right to the benches. Oh, the refs are talking about it, though, Kyle.
Okay.
They're talking about it.
I think we need to see a replay, probably.
No, I'm seeing a replay right now. I couldn't tell you. I can't tell you from that angle. This angle is terrible.
My eyesight's horrible.
My eyesight is. So I think they're going to, let's see here. Let's see. Again.
Ooh.
That skimmed. Whoo! That skimmed the glass. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wow. They did call it. It's a 2-minute penalty against Timo Meier for delay of game. So they did
another one.
Timo can't believe it. So now the Flames, who just scored on the power play, go to their fourth power play of the night with a chance to tie it.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
Well, Connor, you can only say Luke because Jack's not playing. So,
there you go.
Also, I think Quinn Hughes is still yet to beat Jack and Luke in a game yet in his career.
Really?
Yeah. But also, to be fair, Jack has missed, I think 2 or 3 of the games because he's been hurt in different spurts. So,
right, okay.
As that shot almost got to the net there, but now the Flames set it up top of the point now. They have it. Right side now, top of the point, toe drag shot that gets deflected up and out of play. 1:45 to go in the Flames power play. 6:23 to go in the second. And, it was all Devils up until, the Flames getting that power play going. Now they have a chance to tie it. They've, seems like the Devils have woken the Flames up a little bit here for sure.
They're alive. They're alive.
Face off to the right of Jacob Markstrom in the Devils zone here. He sure gets Morgan Frost in the face-off dot, and the ref decided to fake them out because why not?
Of course, why not? Also, packed arena tonight, by the way, looks like.
Yeah, pretty packed arenas. That shot by Kovacevic gets blocked and he clears it. Yeah, I mean, again, with the Devils being in the position that they're in, it's, and also it was, to be fair, cheap night. I think tickets were as low as $15 for tonight.
See, why? So that's dumb. I go to a OHL game and it's $25, which whatever, it's fair, $25. But what the heck?
You have to understand, Kyle. it's hockey in New Jersey. Like, I don't think
Okay.
it's different. It's just, this isn't Canada. Okay, this isn't a
I hate
top
it.
American city. Let me clarify that.
I'm telling you,
now-
if I can find cheap tickets to go to
Whoa.
a Senators game that are $100,
Whoa.
I'm going to that playoff game.
I honestly really hope you do.
But
really
also
hope-
if they make it, because they're losing 5-0 right now.
Well, it's one game.
Yeah, but then they lost to Montreal the other night, so like that's not great.
Habs are coming.
Here they come. Also,
I
it's
can't-
1-1. They're in
Dude, I need
New York.
Hab. Is it 3-3 now?
Nope, no, it's
Oh,
still
it's
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, it's still 3-2.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you're saying 1-1 against the Islanders.
Yeah, 1-1 Islanders
You said
Canadiens.
New York,
yes,
so I
yes.
immediately was like, oh, is it tied?
You're like, what?
I was like, what did I miss? 18 seconds to go in the Flames power play. Here's Connor Zary, gets it into the zone, tries to weave his way through defenders, but Pesce intercepts that. Now puck is in the right corner. Pesce tried to throw it in front. That's almost taken away. Sharon Govich now gets it for Calgary. Now gets it over to Blake Coleman. Now to Sharon Govich. Now to Farabee. Feeds it over. Shot by Zary. He gets stopped. Rebound try is loose. And that one gets thrown out. And the Devils are able to get it out of the zone. Now the Devils come the other way. 2-on-1. Bratt with Holler. Bratt shot. That one is fought off by Wolf. End-to-end action there. What a save from Jacob Markstrom, denying Connor Zary of a golden opportunity to tie the game up as the power play expired. And then Wolf making a really good save on a 2-on-1 shot from Jesper Bratt.
I'm a little behind now. I'm just seeing it here.
Okay, he's just seeing it now.
Sorry in front of the net. Yeah. Oh, it's a great save. Oh, man. Coleman
Great,
with the
great.
weak little.
Yeah, the little flip.
Good decision for Bratt to shoot on that, too. Like,
Yeah, Eric
Yeah.
Hall was too far away to
Yep.
try to make a pass there.
Good
3:48 and
decision
ticking to go in this second period. Cody Glass has it for New Jersey. Glass feeds it in front, but that one ended up being a shot that's fought off and goes out of play. Dustin Wolf and then Curtis McDermott and Lomberg. Actually, no, McDermott and Rooney talking a little bit. 3:39 and we have a penalty here against the Flames. It's going to be Adam Klapka going to the box. Not sure for what.
Not that freakishly tall
Also,
monster.
you can't hear it, but it is torrential downpour outside just now.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
just
been
feel-
raining all day here, too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I was the nonprofit that I work for, I had to drive to Long Island this morning. I think I had to
Yes.
leave. I had to leave at like 5:45 this morning. Took me 2 hours to get there. But I went over the Verrazano Bridge, which is from Staten Island into Brooklyn.
Yes.
You looked on both sides because it was so foggy. You couldn't see anything. It was scary because you're on a bridge,
Right.
and you can't see anything. You can't see below you. It was like very, very ominous for sure.
I feel like it gets very foggy there a lot during this time of year,
It
like
does.
in spring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
can see
does.
that. I can see
Get
that.
a lot of mist off of the Atlantic Ocean. Not even the
Oh,
Atlantic
yeah,
Ocean.
that makes sense.
Not
yeah.
even the Atlantic Ocean. It's more like the Hudson River, things like that. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Kyle at a
is-
Senators game, mighty interesting is I think he doesn't talk about. He's been talking about it for the last 3 days.
I don't know
straight.
where you have been. I don't know where you've been, but
Leafs
also
just doubled the lead. They're up 4-2 now with 5:34 to go in the second. I feel like, are we doing a disservice to RJ by having the scores
no,
available?
he gives us
to
good
them?
updates though. Like
Mhm.
sometimes we miss them. Sometimes we miss it.
That's true.
That's okay. That's okay.
Florida Columbus still no score late in the second.
Yeah,
It's a
you're
good game.
watching that one too, I bet.
I mean, we're watching it. I mean, again, it's if we win and they lose, great. Same thing with the Rangers. That just means we're getting that much further away and locking down that thing. Devils 22 games this year allowing 1 goal or less. That is the most they've had in a season since 2015-16. That's how long it's been.
That might be good for them come by the time playoffs come around too. Hey,
Exactly.
Keep that up.
I think so. The Devils are going to starting the power players. Jesper Bratt now beats a one-time shot by Keisher, and that's fought off by Wolf. Devils immediately coming out here with some energy. Mercer now over to Timo Meyer. Back to Mercer, reps around the boards to Jesper Bratt. Bratt in the left side now. Now skinning up to the left corner. Bratt feeds it over to Meyer with a shot, and that one gets fought up. Rebound try and stopped and covered by Dustin Wolf as he denies Dawson Mercer on the sharp angle.
Getting wolfed again.
You just got wolfed.
You just
That's
got
it.
wolfed.
Timo Meyer with a shot. And that was a save off the mask from Dustin Wolf. And then a sharp angle try that, honestly, looking at it now, was never going in, but still a good save.
We'll take it. Also, a lot of penalties tonight.
You're gonna do it nonetheless. You're gonna make that save. You don't know.
A lot of penalties tonight, by the way.
Yeah, this is the fifth? This is the fifth total penalty we've had in this game.
Yeah, that's right.
How many? There were 4 total power plays in the game against the Rangers, right? Rangers have 1 power play at the whole game.
So yes, I think you're right.
Can we replace Greg Millen and John Abbott? I don't know who either one of those are.
Those are the Flames. Yeah.
Is now Nico Hischier with a slap shot, but that one is covered by Dustin Wolf. I will just say, full disclosure, Nico Hischier will take slap shots. They're just not very effective. It's sort of a slap shot, but not really. It's like
they just showed this guy, and they named him too, Christophs Oliwa, who played 5 games. He's at the game watching right now. He played 65 games with the Flames and had 5 points back in the early 2000s, I think it said.
It's so random.
Very random. And I'm like, okay.
He's a one-time shot, and what a great save again from Dustin Wolf as Nico Hischier can't believe it. And he just, I clearly read his lips there.
What'd he say? WTF?
He said FUCKME.
Oh, okay.
I think he wanted to lift that puck off the feed from Dawson Mercer, but couldn't get enough of it, and then Dustin Wolf makes the save. Nico Hischier, 12 power play goals in the year, 108 to go on this Devils power play, 2:46 remaining in the second period. Devils still up 2-1. Flames the most recent goal on a power play from Matthew Coronado with his 18th goal of the season. I think he'll get.
Okay, I just saw him say that too. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's like
I got it.
Devils keeping it in, gets it top of the point. Luke Hughes now over to Nico Hischier, back to Luke Hughes. Hughes with it now, left side over to Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt left face up dot, feeds it, but that is a soft shot that's easily fought off by Wolf. Mercer keeps it in. Nico Hischier almost lost it. Devils trying to keep it in. What a hit by Nico Hischier on, I believe that was Blake Coleman, as that puck gets deflected up and out of play. As Timo Meyer slowly gets up, 36 seconds to go on the man advantage. Blake Coleman with a little bit of joy. He has a smile there for his former teammate. Again, Nico Hischier was a rookie in 2017-18, and Blake Coleman was on the Devils at that time.
Do you want to take him and all the money that
I
he has
just
with
said
him?
no. I just told you no.
Are you sure? I just feel like
I'm
I'd
very
ask you
sure.
again.
I'm very happy with what we have at the moment.
All right.
Except we're not fully healthy, which is...
I was going to say, you need a $8 million man, I think, right now.
Devils now with again. Hughes with a shot. That one gets blocked, and that's dumped out of the zone. First time the Flames have been able to fully dump it out. 25 seconds to go on the man advantage. Maybe one last chance here for the Devils if they hurry. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second. Jesper Bratt comes up the center of the ice with speed, gets around one defender, feeds it over to Cody Glass. Glass now to Luke Hughes, top of the point. Right side now over to Brendan Dillon. Back to Luke Hughes. Hughes still with it now. Hughes waits. Still within the right corner. Feeds to Brendan Dillon. Fakes the slap shot. Brendan Dillon with a shot that gets blocked. Power play is up for the Devils. They still have the puck though in the offensive zone. Daniel Sprong tries to backhand it out, and it'll come out of the zone. As Eric Hall will chip it over to Cody Glass. Devils trying to keep it in, flip it over. Cody Glass gets around a defender. Now on the right side, all the way over to the other side to Daniel Sprong. Now top of the point to Brendan Dillon. Dillon now to Sprong in the right corner. He'll play it around over to Eric Hall. Feeds it in front to Cody Glass. Now leaves the top of the point to Pesce. Left side to Dillon. Dillon now drive by Sprong, and that one is stopped and covered by Dustin Wolf with 1:04 to go in the second period. Pretty good power play for the Devils, but Dustin Wolf again continuing to shut the door.
Ashton. Wolfie.
Why would they need an $8 million man when they can have a $7 million man? Kadri needs to get the frick off my favorite team. I don't want Kadri either. I don't want Kadri either. Kyle's a defender of Nazem Kadri.
Yeah, he's not. At least he's doing something. Like, he's not a first-line center. Like, he should be a second-line center.
Fourth liner on this team.
Yeah, don't get me started on him. Well, it's okay. Kevin Rooney's returning to New Jersey tonight. We're hearing all about it tonight, boys.
Did we show it on this? I don't think we did. We were showing the stats from like the player stats, and even though Anthony Mantha has not played a game since like what, October, right? Or November, he still has the same amount of points and a better plus minus than Kevin Rooney and a bunch of other players. What the hell?
That pisses me off so much.
How does that make sense?
It doesn't. It literally doesn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
54 seconds to go in the second period here as faceoff is in the Flame zone. Shots now 24-13 in favor of New Jersey, but it's only a 2-1 lead for the Devils at this point as Pospisil will back it in. Then he gets hit from behind by Bastian. No penalty. Boy, Pospisil's having a great difficulty staying on his feet tonight.
I know. He's getting
not a knock on him.
Too.
He's getting hit. Now here come the Devils. Paul Cotter in back in and he scores! Oh, what a play by Paul Cotter! He gets it, waited till the last minute, and tucked it past Dustin Wolfar's side. And with 26 seconds to go in the second, the Devils regain the 2-goal lead. It's 3-1.
Oh no, the horror. The horror.
That was good. Oh, that was good. That was funny.
No, you know what's funny is you said Paul Cotter's name a lot.
You got to see the replay though. You got to see it. It was a nice goal.
You've said Paul Cotter's name a lot tonight.
Yeah, Cotter has been really, really involved in a lot. He's been a really good fourth liner this year, having a really solid year in his first season after being traded away from the Vegas Golden Knights. And he got off to a really good start in the year, Kyle. He was scoring like at will. But then he tailed off for like about 2 months. And recently he's gotten his goal scoring and he's up to 15 goals on the year as a fourth liner.
Good for him.
So Paul Cotter having close to a career year for in this year with New Jersey as second period shots now 16-8 in favor of the Devils. So that was a big goal for the Devils here with just a couple of seconds to go in this second period. But the Flames into the offensive zone, lost it for a minute, flipped it up in the air, and Tatar, he's in a foot race now with Mackenzie Weegar, and Tatar wins that battle. Mercer now with the puck, fighting along with two Flames players, 7 seconds to go in the period. Haley now gets it over in the right corner. He'll flip it out of the zone. The Devils will hold it, and that will do it for the second period of action. So we had 3 goals in that second period. First, Eric Holla got his 7th of the year. That made it 2-0. And then Matthew Coronado, with about 6 minutes to go in the period, he scored to cut the deficit to 1 on the power play. And then with 26 seconds to go, Paul Cotter with a beautiful goal to get the Devils the 2-goal lead back at the end of 40 minutes. So, Kyle, real quick, your thoughts from Calgary's perspective here through 40 minutes.
It's tough to give one up. 20 seconds left. You're still in it. And then you go into the dressing room a little bit demoralized. So that's not great. And, like I said, Devils hit their mark now at 3 goals, and that's pretty much the game at this point. I'm telling you, that's gonna be it. Like they cannot. I will literally eat a hot pepper if they come back and win this game.
Do you have hot pepper with you?
I don't. No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
So then what's the point? What's the point of saying that?
Well, I can go get one and do it on a different day.
That's fair. You'd figure Yegor would have some jump tonight. No.
We've been saying that all year, man. Like all year we've been saying it. It's been a bad year for him. Like
what was the did they sign him to a long-term contract? It was like a 4-year?
Yeah, you know what I thought it was let me quickly look before we go to break. Govic. I thought
Eric Holla.
It was an extension. Oh my god, we signed him for 5 years. Yeah.
For how much?
5 years. So 28 million a year, which is about 5.75 million. Almost $6 million.
Well, thank God the salary cap's going up.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
He's too worried about his Lego.
Yeah, 5 years at 5.75. That's like the stupid thing is he had a good year last year.
He had 30 goals, did he not?
Yeah, he had close to it.
He had a
He had a
great
great year.
first year in Calgary.
So now it's like, what's the problem, man? Like, is it the guys you're playing with?
Is it
Is it
Huska?
yourself? Like, I don't think it's Huska. No,
Well, I'm not going
because
to
you have to have.
criticize Ryan Huska because I feel like Huska's done a pretty solid job this year with
Well,
this
but to be
team.
fair, like, and maybe and you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, maybe it's right. Maybe it is Huska because
Maybe.
but I don't blame him because the roster that they put together for them is that there's only going to be really one way to win, and it's going to be low scoring games
Low
because
scoring and playing defense and good goaltending.
that's what it's been
Mhm.
all year, and that's the only
Yeah.
way they can win. So they don't really have like
Well, that's how they won. I mean, sort of. That's sort of how they won against the Rangers.
pretty much, right?
Defense. I mean, not goal. I mean, goaltending. I mean, again, like Vladar was fine, but like that was really like defense, like doing a
Yeah.
good job.
For sure. And even like,
Yeah.
and they even say Pospisil. I think but honestly, it's the entire roster, right? It's not one player. It's the roster that Husk is basically telling them that, this is the style that we have to play if we're going to win games, right?
Is KQ saying that Pospisil is like not doing well?
He hasn't been doing well this year either,
Okay.
right? But the reason why guys have fallen off this year is, because of Husk's play, his style of play.
So do you think that maybe next year, like it'll be a little different because of just like the players knowing the system at that point?
It'll depend on the offseason. It'll depend what they
Okay.
do because
Yeah,
correct.
when they
And
get
also
Mitch
too,
running.
if you know what's something to look out for too as a Flames fan, because the OHL playoffs start next week, if the Saginaw Spirit get knocked out, Zane Parekh is available and he could play. So, but he's going to play next year. But like, it's going to depend on the offseason because if they go out and get guys who, I don't know, can score and play true offense,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to make some difficult decisions coming up. Like
They will. Yeah, for sure.
Backlund's gonna have to go. I think you got to find a way to get Coleman to go. Like I believe Sharon
I
Govich
think you
can
got
turn
to
it
buy out
around.
Coleman. If I'm being bluntly honest
yeah,
with you, I think
sure.
a buyout is coming.
For sure, because nobody's gonna take that, right?
No.
Maybe with a year left, maybe they do because the cap is
And
going
Tampa
up. But
will pick him up for like nothing. We'll
maybe.
go back to Tampa.
But I think it's an important offseason for Craig Conroy because you can't do nothing. You have to make sure priority number one is you have to re-sign Wolf, you have to re-sign Zari, and you have to re-sign Coronado.
I remember like there was a decent amount of criticism towards Craig Conroy for like not doing anything at the deadline.
Yeah.
But we had talked about that like he had kind of done what he wanted to do at the deadline a month earlier by getting.
I thought it was fine that the fact that he didn't do anything at the deadline.
Yeah, I mean
There was
I mean the only person that looked like they were potentially going to get moved was Miramenov, and nobody
nothing came of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I think that I think it'll be an interesting thing. But I think the good news for the Flames is that they've kind of started to build that core with Dustin Wolf.
Absolutely.
So I think that that's important.
It's gonna be a lot's gonna vary this offseason.
Sure.
It's an important offseason.
Absolutely
You
right.
need to put yourself in the right direction because there's still that plan
You're right.
of they're not going to be ready next year. They might not be ready the year after that. It's just going to take time. So,
and I think as long as Flames fans have that patience, which I don't know, I'm still learning about the fan base as I go along here. I think that'll be okay.
Yeah.
So.
And the reason why they're all pissed off why we're mid again is because of the guy in net. To be honest, right? And I've been clamoring about this kid too, Brustevich.
Brustevich is going to be very good. There's another one for sure.
Very excited for him. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they gotta make some tough choices and get rid of some. I think they gotta get rid of some big names coming up, and they gotta revitalize the core a little bit.
I'm going to keep my eye on Rasmus Anderson.
That's a name you probably should keep an eye on.
Probably. Yeah. I don't think Huberdeau gets moved. He has too long of a contract at this point.
The dumb thing is like
maybe they can make him take less money at some point.
The stupid thing is with Huberdeau is that I don't think he's a bad player. He's just a guy who's not a goal scorer. He just has to play with somebody who can score. That's it.
And that's where I think if you're Craig Conroy, you have to look for that in the offseason. You have to find at least 2, maybe 3 guys that like have a nose for the goal.
I'd be all over Nikolai Ehlers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think
Yeah.
Ehlers is going to have a really interesting market.
Yep. I'd be all
I don't
over him.
think he ends up staying in Winnipeg.
No, because he's going to go get his bag. He'll go get his
I
bag
don't
for
blame
sure.
him. He's one of the most
Yeah.
underrated players in the league. People don't talk about him enough.
I know.
That's
I gotta
insane.
look at free agency again, but there's gonna be a point in time where it's like, you gotta start spending some money because they have a lot of money right now,
And
right?
again, I know it's like you say it over and over again, but like the salary cap is going up.
Exactly.
So that makes it, you're starting to see more teams like give like these deals, and people are saying like, oh, like that's a lot of money. Well, in hindsight, it actually isn't
hmm
because you're not paying a whole lot.
Well, exactly. And this is what I'm saying here too.
Wheeler,
And remember how we did talk about Cousins too early on in the year?
we did. Yep.
I'm kind of glad they didn't get him.
That's
I don't know. I feel like because if you look at the Senators, like I don't think he's playing on the top unit.
I think it was the second line. I think he's
Right. Right. So I'm kind of like okay with it, right?
Yeah. Do you know what? You know what move that Ottawa made that like I was like excited about when they did it, but now I don't get why they did it. Is when they acquired Fabian Zetterlund from the Sharks
That was
because
a
he's
good
just
move.
playing on their fourth line,
That was a good move.
doing nothing. No,
Yeah.
but he's playing on their fourth line and not doing anything. And I'm like,
Oh, well, it might
what?
change. He's probably getting adjusted
Yeah.
to the system.
I still don't get the Sharks doing that. Made literally.
They should have kept him.
Well, I actually did find out that apparently what happened was that at the beginning of the season, the Sharks wanted to, talk about an extension for Fabian Zetterlund. And Claude Lemieux, the former NHL player, who's Fabian Zetterlund's agent, was saying, like, we're not going to talk about it during the season.
Sure.
But then, like, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, or like I think like two weeks before the deadline, he and Fabian Zetterlund came up and were like, all right, we could talk about it.
Sure.
And either the Sharks lowballed him or didn't really give him an offer. And then basically
Right.
didn't tell him that, oh, we'll just trade you then. So the trade came more as a shock to practically everybody. Like from a lot of people in the Devils fan base, who Fabian Zetterlund originally a Devils draft pick,
Hmm.
and he was part of the Timo Meier trade, fun fact. He's like the headliner almost essentially.
Right.
A lot of us were pissed off because we were like, oh, we could have gotten Fabian Zetterlund for a 4th round
For
pick.
like
What
nothing.
like for nothing. What did can you just bring that up again?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to read what
I agree about Zetterlund. Why move him? Young player with upside. What exactly is the point in the rebuilding?
Again, I think a lot of it, armchair, has to do with contract on that one. I don't think it's a matter
Maybe.
of they don't think the player's good or they don't think he's like fit. But like at the same time, if you feel like that he can be a guy long term, you find a deal and
for
get
sure.
it done.
Absolutely.
Or
I'm
you
looking
could have
at
waited till the offseason to do something. You didn't have to trade him.
let's list some names here in free agency coming up. Like I'm straight up looking at Ehlers as like the one, right? Like Marner becoming a free agent, Tavares gonna being a free agent, Palmieri a free agent. A lot of guys
Do you
have
think
one
John
year left.
Tavares
Sam,
goes somewhere else?
no, he'll take less. He'll take
I'm
less.
just
for
saying,
sure.
like, I feel like he's got to feel a little bit like upset that like they stripped him of the captaincy.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's not that big of a deal to him.
I don't know why. I would be all over Sam Bennett.
I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to keep him, so I think
agree.
he'll be available.
Or even like just some of the Jets guys, like Gabe Velarde. I'd be all over him.
Gabe's had a really good year.
Yeah, RFA 2, Mason McTavish from the Ducks. I don't know if they give that up.
Why
but
does
he's
that
RFA.
name keep coming up? I don't get
Who
that.
knows? There's a couple of guys I look at here and I go, okay, like I could do something with this.
This
The
is
one name
actually
I would
one
look
of the more
at.
decent free agency classes we've had in a minute.
A lot of older guys up there, though. That's the only problem.
A lot of older
right?
guys, especially at the top. But what I've noticed also is that there are some guys that like are a decent age where like you could definitely like do something with.
I'd be all over Nikolai Ehlers
This
this
is a really
summer.
good question, and I don't know if you want to answer it now or if you want to go to break, but I'll ask it
Yeah, you can
before
ask it.
anything. Is do you prefer to build a team through free agency, drafting, trading, or a combination of the three?
You need a combination, right? You need to, like, when you looked at throughout all the years, right, where guys have specifically built their teams up through the draft. You have to do it a certain way, right? And through the draft, you can get lucky and build around a core for a guy, right? Through
Mhm.
free agency, you have to, you have to use some of that cap space to buy guys to help build around that core and
Right.
fill in the missing pieces. And then the deadline can be for some of those teams who, obviously for sellers, but more or less for buyers where they can go all in, right? They can
Yeah.
spend on those draft
Look
picks
at
because
Colorado.
right, exactly. We don't need the draft picks. So it's really a combination of the three. And it all starts at the draft, right? It starts at
You're
the
right.
draft, it gets to free agency,
Yep.
and then it gets to the deadline where you
Right.
have a chance to go all in. So it's definitely a combination. You need all three, right?
Yeah. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like, I think with a lot of these like top teams, you can see that there's a combination of all three.
Sure.
And some teams are just better at, you know, one of those areas or multiple of those areas. Like,
Yep.
it's quite interesting to see how that goes.
And even
But
like, and last thing, maybe before we'll take a quick break.
Mhm.
Just talking about the draft, I'm going back on the Flames here again. Sorry,
No,
but
go ahead. No,
like,
please.
just like they keep talking about last year's draft being a really, really good year draft class wise for the Flames. And the one name I'm going to keep clamoring about, and I know it's a defenseman, but I keep watching him live, and I watched him live last night for Sudbury, is Henry Muse.
Henry Muse is very good.
Is really, 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 really good. And guys need to, like, for Flames fans watching and listening, like, you need to go check him out. He's
Oh,
underrated, and
100%.
he's doing so good in the OHL right now. And like just watching him last night, he's kind of reminding me a little bit of Quinn Hughes in the sense that he's the quarterback of a power play.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
Yeah, FYI, I don't know if going to a break makes sense because the third period is going to start in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, we can take a quick break and then
You
we'll
want,
start.
you want us to take a break till the third period
Yeah, that's
starts?
fine. Yeah, we can do it.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll take a break. You guys get another message from our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook, and we will get you ready for the third period of action here between the Devils and the Flames.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time. Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
And welcome back, everybody, here to our live watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network as the Devils have a 3-1 lead over the Calgary Flames going in to this final period. And Kyle, from Calgary's perspective, what do you want to see from the Flames here in this third period of action coming up?
Just take over the pace of play a little bit here, because it's been Devils here the last the last 10 minutes of that second period. Just want to see more pace of play and just more quality shots. It just feels like they, like, with the amount of shots, which isn't a lot that they have on net, nothing's nothing very good quality chances going on. So I want to see some of the young guys continue to step up. They've been playing well tonight, continue to do it going into the third. And I just want to see a little bit more offensive prowess. Yeah, that's the word.
I got you. But yeah, and then from the Devils' perspective, I mean, you have the 3-1 lead. I think it's important to look at this third period and look at what happened against Columbus. You gave up 22 shots in the third period. You basically just parked the bus, and Jake Allen was the whole reason we won 2-1. I would like to see the Devils remain aggressive offensively and just not allow the Flames to generate a lot. So we'll see as the third period is underway. Oh, this is a cursed image. Devils 30-0-2 this season when leading after the second period. So, we'll see if...
Generally, that's a good thing against this team, though.
No, I know, but I get worried. Is that shot right away is stopped and covered by Markstrom 19 seconds in? What was it?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
This year's draft, they said they are doing something different. They are doing like the NFL draft, let a former player that used to play for that team or a fan. I mean, they kind of did that last year a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't know. I just whatever they want to do is fine by me at this point.
Okay.
And now a loose puck there, and shot by Zary gets fought off by Markstrom. That puck came right out in front. Nobody was there except Connor Zary, but Markstrom makes the save. So I think that was Luke Hughes that might have turned that over. So just 32 seconds in, Kyle, the Flames already with 2 grade A opportunities, but Jacob Markstrom just shutting the door right now.
Hey. Get it, grade A's. Hey, the Guelph Storm scored. Nice. Sorry, OHL hockey.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm all over, man. Playoffs start in a couple of days.
Do you have an OHL hockey update for us you'd like to share?
Not really anything Flames or Devils. Do you know any Devils that are on an OHL team?
Top of my head. I think there's one playing in the WHL though. Not
WHL, okay.
Nah, yeah, I'd have to go back and look at my pros. The Devils, surprisingly recently, have a lot of college kids, not a lot of junior players.
Yeah.
We either have guys playing in the KHL or Liga in Finland, or they're playing in college. As Kovacevic now comes in with a shot, and that was a beautiful, nonchalant glove save from Dustin Wolf.
Nonchalant.
Well, he did it like this. He did it like it was nothing. He's
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the confidence in him. Love the confidence.
He does have,
it.
Dustin Wolf does have a bit of swagger to him. I think he feels it.
The swag.
Yeah. Swag. How couldn't you? How could you not?
Absolutely.
How could you not like the swag? Do I go to Flames Twitter and just see what people are saying in the comment section?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not even. I'm legitimately I don't even care anymore about what they say.
As now that puck comes out in front, but the Flames intercepted. By the way,
St. Louis up 1-0. By the way, St. Louis up 1-0.
Oh, that's good. By the way, I just saw a really cool play from earlier tonight. Igor Shesterkin, he had the puck by his net, and he made a really nice 3/4 of the length of the ice flip to Alexis Lafreniere. Didn't score on the play, but I thought that was really impressive by Shesterkin, who tends to do that quite often.
Very, absolutely.
He didn't do it that much against the Flames. I don't remember.
Not really, no.
But then again, did he really need to?
Not really.
But, I just thought it was interesting. Also, I think I've seen Dustin Wolf's mask before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he has Post Malone on his mask.
All right, I got a stat for you.
Oh, here we go. We got a stat like this.
Down 3-1 through 40, the Flames need goals. In their last 17 games since February 1st, they've scored more than 2 goals just 6 times, more than 3 goals 1 time.
So the odds are not in the favor of the Calgary Flames. It's Kadri with a shot that gets saved on the right leg pad of Markstrom. So Flames putting on some good. They're off to a good start in this period. Just haven't been able to get one past Markstrom right now. Is now Kadri over to Hanley. Hanley with a wrist shot through traffic gets blocked by Dumoulin. Puck now in the left corner, New Jersey side. Pospisil intercepts it, feeds it in front to Hanley, but he couldn't really get a shot. Really good forechecking here, Kyle, from the Flames. Kind of similar to what we saw against the Rangers, where they're just kind of, frustrating the opponent here and not really allowing them to settle in here.
Yeah, that's what we said, though. They just needed to get off to a fast-paced start a little bit. Just get back into the game a little bit.
Flames already with 6 shots. Make that 7 already in this period. Shot 7-1 in favor of the Flames to start this period. And if you're a Devils fan, this is very reminiscent of how that third period went against Columbus 3 nights ago, where they gave up 22 shots alone in the third period. So, being up by 2, you could feel a little bit more okay with it, but at the same time, anxiety is still there.
So
shot there from the point gets blocked before it hits the net. Devils desperately got to get the puck out. As that puck deflected off of Timo Meier, then Markstrom wisely covers it here with 16:38 to go in this. All right, here we go, Kyle. Jacob Markstrom has the 4th most wins, 105 in Calgary Flames team history. Which goalies have more? Your answers are
Kiprusoff.
Yep.
Vernon. Turek.
Okay. I'm waiting for the answer. Give me a second.
Okay.
We'll pop up. Mika Kiprusoff, Mike Vernon, and Regine Lemelin.
Who? Oh, wait. Did Dylan say that earlier in the chat?
I think Dylan actually did. That shot there is stopped and covered by Markstrom.
I'm just looking for it. I think
I have to go back and look.
I'm going back. I don't even care.
I don't care.
I don't even care.
No. You should say it more.
I did. Reggie Lemon, right? Wow.
There you go, Dylan.
That's impressive. Hell yeah. That's very impressive.
I kind of feel bad that we didn't talk about that more.
No, Reggie. Hey, good stuff. He knows.
That's pretty awesome. Good stuff.
I'm still happy I went 2 for 3. I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get. Reggie, I would have never. You could have gave me 1,000 guesses, and I would have been like, "Who?
Who the? You gotta get that Conor McGregor. Like, who the fuck is that guy?
Who is that guy? Apparently, he's running for president for Ireland.
Regine Lemon. What?
No. Conor McGregor.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a weirdo! What a weirdo!
Yeah, very strange.
That guy must be desperate for clout at this point in his life.
Yes, he is.
Yes, it's lovely.
It's lovely.
Just about 4 minutes into this third period. Again, the Flames just controlling the pace of play as that pass from Huberdeau goes all the way back down into the Calgary zone, but Dustin Wolf quickly passes it up to Kevin Ball, dumps it in. So yeah, I mean, again, Flames doing a really good job offensively right now. Total shots are 26-19 now in favor of the Devils. It's a lot more one-sided before this period started. As Blake Coleman Lomberg fighting along here with Tomas Tatar. Tatar having some trouble here, flips it over now to Bratt, and Bratt will get out of the zone here as Mercer now with it. He controls it, tries to feed it over to Tatar, but just out of his reach. But Tatar's the first one to get to it in the right corner. Tomas Tatar's had a pretty good game overall. He's been stoned twice by Dustin Wolf on point-blank chances earlier in this game.
Stoned.
Schneider. Yeah, unfortunately, he's not playing tonight. He's not playing in this game that we're watching tonight.
If only Corey Schneider were playing tonight.
Well, funny enough, Corey Schneider and Brian Boyle, 2 former Devils, are doing a podcast where they're talking about they've been doing it for a while, but I guess now they started doing Devils episodes, which kind of
I don't know what happened to him, but he had potential.
Who, Corey?
Corey, yeah.
Well, I've always been very adamant about this, and that is that Corey Schneider in the stretch that he was in his prime with the Devils was one of the better goalies in the league. It's just that the Devils couldn't score. They were old and they were slow. They couldn't score. So they were losing a lot of games 2-1 or 3-2. And it was just he had a great time. And by the time the Devils got good, let's say 17-18, he started dealing with groin injuries and just never really got going again. And so me and a lot of people in Devil's World have always said, like, oh, imagine if we put Corey Schneider on the 2022-23 Devils team. We'd be like, holy crap, that team would be stupidly good.
It would be stupid.
It would be going stupid. Or having Corey Schneider and Jacob Markstrom as a tandem.
Oh, God.
That would be unfair.
It would be, but also it's like,
but also I like
Jake.
Jake. But also I really like Jake Allen. I really do.
But at least Jake Allen knows it's like, I'm a backup goaltender. Like, that's just who I am.
Also, Jake Allen's definitely going to get a nice contract in the offseason from somebody.
Yeah, but he can't be a starter anywhere. People can't view
Probably
him as
not.
a starter, right? Unless, like, I don't know, San Jose decides to get him.
Kraken.
No,
they got Joey.
Kraken.
No. Joey DeCord is their number one guy for sure.
You sure?
I feel fairly confident about that. Maybe Utah.
Still have Allen though.
Well, no, they just signed Vejmelka to a 5.
No,
they just signed Vejmelka to a 5-year deal. So I don't know if they.
Where would you go with Allen?
I'm trying to think. San Jose.
I was thinking San Jose.
Yeah, but
Anaheim.
If you get rid of Gibson, sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
But is he going to get moved?
If he gets moved, then maybe he goes to Anaheim.
How long have the John Gibson rumors, like, of getting traded, been going on? How many years has it been?
Way too long.
4 years?
Something
ridiculous.
Like that. Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, that should have been a penalty. Zari got knocked down. But the ref says play on. He got knocked down, but now Hanley with it makes the slap shot. Oh, tried to feed it Pospisil, but he regains it. Flames with some good pressure here. Now Zari with the puck. Zari with a shot that will get stopped. No, it trickled in and they score.
Ooh.
Connor Zari squeaks one past Markstrom.
Hold on.
And with 13:10 to go, it's now 3-2. And Markstrom doesn't look happy. I don't know if he's arguing about something or he's just upset.
Yeah.
But it seems to be a clean goal. And we have a 1-goal game again.
I swear to God, if they do this, I'm gonna be so mad.
Let me see this again. I mean, I don't.
You're right,
see
though. That penalty earlier on Zari.
I don't see. I mean, Markstrom got knocked down after the puck went in, so I can't really.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad goal to give up if you're Markstrom. That was a bad goal.
And he's blaming somebody else.
Does he normally do that?
It just trickled in, though. Oh, he fell down afterwards, though, when he's looking at the ref. Like, when it was already in the net.
So, again, the Flames have come out and have had a great third period so far, dictating pace, a lot of shots on goal, and they finally get rewarded in this period with Connor Zari getting his 13th goal of the year. Someone predicted, by the way, that Zari was going to get at least a goal tonight. Someone did. If you go back to the score predictions, I think it was like the first one we had.
By the way, I've got 2 games going on right now.
And that's going to be a penalty. Jesper Bratt is going to the sin bin on a trip.
Oh, man.
And so the Flames, who have just cut it to 1, will now go to the power play with 12:43 to go in the third. It's now 3-2 New Jersey.
I've got 2 games going on right now.
Love it.
I've got Flames game going on, and I'm watching the end of Kansas and Arkansas.
What is the score of that one at this point?
It is 71-69 Arkansas with a minute left.
Fair enough.
In that one there. So I've got 2 games going on. Yeah, that's that penalty.
By the way, I didn't see this until now. So Timo Meyer's goal has actually now been credited to Nico Hischier.
Oh, okay, cool.
So because they said that he didn't really touch the puck, that Timo didn't touch it, so it was kind of like so. Nico Hischier now is 29th of the year. He's 1 away from 30. Oh, yeah.
Also,
there you go.
He called it.
Did he have an assist on the first goal?
No, he wasn't on the ice. I don't think he was on the ice.
Okay, well,
but still, he called a good goal. He called a goal, though. Or he might get an assist if they end up tying this thing. If he's on the ice for the power play.
This was really funny. This was in the AHL last night. John Leonard of the Charlotte Checkers ended up serving 12 minutes for his 2-minute minor because the penalty box door in Utica got stuck after the game ended. He's literally sitting there after the game is over.
Because he can't get out. That's funny.
I can't get out.
That's
can't
so
see
funny.
with this thing on.
How do you get that stuck?
Something must have
Something must have happened there.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. But Kyle, I mean, you can't help but feel like pretty confident right now if you're the Flames. You've dominated this third period so far. You just got, I don't want to say a lucky goal. It was just, a bounce that went your way, a soft goal given up by Markstrom. And now, seconds later, you go to the power play and you have a chance to tie it here.
Confident and the Flames go together like peanut butter and mayo on a sandwich.
I don't know if that's actually. I feel like there's.
No, it's not a good combo.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying I feel like there's people out there that would think that is a good combo.
No.
By the way, we have an update.
We
have the update in the dessert race at the Prudential Center. Mrs. Fields with her third consecutive win. She is on a freaking roll right now.
This is a marketing thing, though. That's what they're doing.
Stop. Who cares? It was fun. It's fun. I'm having a blast with it.
No, I know, but it's definitely a marketing ploy.
Flames have the power play right now. Frost with a shot that gets blocked. Coronado gets it, feeds it in front. Now Contra with a shot that gets blocked by the diving Dawson Mercer. By the way, Flames, this is their 5th power play of the night. And now Dawson Mercer coming the other way, shorthanded, all alone. He's in with a shot and gets denied by Wolf. And he covered, but he actually decided to play it as he denies Dawson Mercer of a shorthanded goal there. Huberdeau back into the offensive zone. Feeds it now to Frost. Frost lost it for a moment. He's in the left corner, and he wraps it around the boards, but it comes all the way back out, and the Flames will have to regroup.
I thought that was going in. The short-handed opportunity.
I think Wolf got the stop, but then it was slowly trickling, and it could have gotten past him anyway, but he made a good save. Good reflexes there from Dustin Wolf. As now Bastian gets the puck and he'll clear. Shots now 30-20 favor of the Devils. 45 seconds to go in the man advantage for Calgary. Connor Zary with the most recent goal. He lost the puck and Mercer clears. A lot of tensions right now. By the way, Linus Ullmark was the starter for the Senators tonight.
Yes, that's what RJ said. Yeah.
You want to know how many fantasy points he got tonight? Minus 7.50.
Ooh, that's not pretty.
So if you have Ullmark, you screwed. As that shot gets blocked into the left corner here in the New Jersey zone. Mercer tried to get it out. Now another try there by Pospisil. That gets denied by the right leg pad of Markstrom. 8 seconds to go. Devils clear it. So that'll do it for the Flames power play. They are now 1 for 5 on the man advantage tonight. Couple of decent chances, but they did give up a shorthanded breakaway to Dawson Mercer, but Dustin Wolf shut the door and keeps the deficit at 1 again.
Neil, you are winning your matchup, by the way, this week.
Am I playing you?
No. You're winning. You're up by 3 points right now.
Nice.
Yes.
Who am I playing? I don't even know.
The Brooklyn Pizza Rats.
Who are
0-21.
Yep. All right, so I think is next week the playoffs? I think next week.
Yeah, so the team that you need to lose is winning right now.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
You might be screwed. I'm just checking actually playoff.
But you know what's the good news? If I don't make it, then that means I'm the number 1 seed in the consolation.
Oh, you are. So you know what's funny is
where are you at? Are you in the playoffs?
I'm on my way to winning this game because I'm up by like 50 points right
now.
I'm gonna finish first in our conference. I'll have a 16-6 record.
Good for you.
Not bad. You know who else is who's the only other person doing better though?
Who?
Take a guess. If you had to guess.
Cat? It's a cat?
Yeah, it's Cat.
Is she like 16-4 or some crap?
Yeah, 16-5. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. And they are, and what's she doing? She's winning.
What a shock. Is Anderson.
Yeah.
That shot deflected just high of the net of Markstrom. Flames again with some pressure here. Morgan Frost with it. Frost trying to fight away from Eric Holla. Now over to Coronado. Coronado now a drive there. And that shot by Bean just goes wide. I think that was Bean. Is he 24?
I think it was Bean, yes.
That was Bean. Yeah, I thought he was a right-handed defenseman.
No, he's lefty.
The hell would I
know? He's on the left side.
Well, he was playing on the right side apparently now. I don't know what just happened. Is now Connor Zary with the puck. Devils desperately need to turn around the tide here because this is not good. Zary now top of the point now to Weegar. Now to Zary right side. Zary drops it off to Weegar. Weegar shot That one gets blocked and all the way out of the zone. 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, the Devils are doing the 20-minute penalty kill here. I've seen this before.
Hey, welcome. Join the club.
Shots only. Why does that seem like it's not as bad as I thought? And shots 9-4 in this period in favor of Calgary. Pospisil, backhanded try, and that's fought off by Markstrom. That makes it 10. And that puck goes out of play. 8:09 remaining in this one. Devils clinging on to a 1-goal lead.
By the way, Islanders winning 2-1 right now.
Oh.
Over the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, wait, no, I can see this. Wow, still no score between Florida and Columbus. How about that?
That's crazy. In Columbus, too.
Rangers still down 4-2 to the Leafs with 9:47 to go. They are on the power play, though, so the opportunity here to get it going.
Yep. I think we're going to have a bit of an upset here, Mr. Neal, in one of the games.
Oh, please tell me it's Drake.
I think Drake is winning actually right now in the other.
I guess it's not an upset. Okay.
But it looks like Arkansas is on their way to beating Kansas.
Well, what's really interesting about that is that in a little bit, St. John's will be playing Omaha. Winner of that game plays Arkansas. We could potentially have Rick Pitino against John Calipari in the second round.
That's wild.
How the hell does that happen?
It's because it's the madness. It's the madness.
Do you ever watch Ren and Stimpy? Did you ever watch that show?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I've heard of that before.
Madness.
The madness.
Look up, like after we're done, look up Ren and Stimpy Space Madness. You'll laugh so hard.
Okay, I will.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's the madness.
It's the madness. I don't think I've ever seen the Devils give up back-to-back delay of game penalties as quickly as they did in that second period. Just like looking it up,
They given up a lot of penalties tonight, though. Don't forget
5. Yeah, now
yeah.
We had another cup. We had another cup thing.
Somebody dropped their cup.
It wasn't a stick. It was a puck. Dawson Mercer blocked the shot. It went right to the no-no zone.
Of course it did.
But he's fine.
Oh my god! Right to the not right to the no-nos.
I don't know what I like. I don't know.
That'd be interesting too.
I don't know.
A lot of sorry, I'm just looking at the free agency coming up. A lot of RFAs coming up. A lot of RFAs.
Get Mrs. Fields with a clutch win to cut the lead to 42.
Yeah, she's not catching up.
Dude, Mrs. Fields is inevitable.
She's not catching up though.
That's so funny. Mrs. Fields is inevitable.
If you're a soccer guy, Panama upset the U.S.
Are you
soccer?
Really?
Panama in that Nations League thing, yeah, in the semifinal. Panama
so for the first time since the Nation Leagues became a thing, the United States will not be in the final. They've won it every year since it started.
Wow.
So
Canada plays tonight against Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico. That's one of my favorite jingles, like of all time. I loved it when they started doing like where somebody would say something, but it was to the Avocados from Mexico jingle.
Oh yeah,
you're not
going.
That's
that CONCACAF tournament last summer. Holy crap! I was on like cloud nine.
I hate CONCACAF.
I know, but like as a Canadian, you don't have anything to celebrate in soccer, and that was kind of like really like wow, like that was cool to watch.
Yeah, long feed here might have a step is Coronado with a shot, and that's fought off by Markstrom. Good save there. Wasn't like a full breakaway for Coronado, but he got a good shot off anyway. Devils back into the zone. Dawson Mercer now with the puck, and he'll dump it around the boards. 7 minutes to go in this one. Devils still up 3-2. Shots 29-24. Favor of the Devils.
We talked about this.
Would you want Coronado?
No, Conroy. Craig Conroy. Yeah.
Oh, would you want honestly? I would go after him. What the hell?
I would.
Why the hell?
You got money to burn. Why not?
Oh, let's do it.
You're gonna shave some guys off this year. Why not? I'd throw money at Marner.
Yeah, and guess what? You pair him with Huberto, he'll have a guy to pass it to.
Yeah, But also, too, that just means that it's like, okay, Marner, like, you're getting paid to do this. Like, you're going to be the guy
Now
that
it's-
scores. Like,
Now you have to be the guy. Now you got to step up.
yeah, like, you got to
That's
be
the
the
big
guy.
thing.
I'm okay with that, though.
Fair enough. Sharon Govich now dumps it around the boards in the Devil's zone. Anderson now with the puck. He lost it. Cody Glass tried to backhand it out. He cannot. Flames keeping it in. Bastian then is able to backhand it out. Third period shots 11-4 in favor of Calgary. Timo Meier, who we thought had a goal earlier tonight, it was actually given credit to Nico Hischier, his 29th. So Timo's back at 20 goals, but he gets points for trying.
Just for trying. Nothing else, right?
Which means he'll probably get an empty net goal if that does happen.
That would make a lot of sense.
And then it'll be offsides.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on that.
Blake Coleman's going to get it. Blake Coleman's going to get offsides.
Literally.
Fair enough.
Oh, God.
As now Coronado with the puck. Coronado has been probably the most efficient forward, I think, tonight for the Flames.
So.
Other than Connor Zary. Zary, I think, has had a really good game again. What a shock. As a drive by Hanley, and that one is fought off by Markstrom. 5 minutes to go in this third period. Jesper Bratt, he's going on one-on-one against Uyghur, and somehow he got through Uyghur. How did that happen? Uyghur just chose not to hit Bratt. He just let him go.
He's like, nah, you can go. That's okay.
Nah, you can dump the puck in and then go get it. It's fine. I'm not trying anymore. No, I was kidding. Kyle, the Devils broadcast every 10 seconds is showing the shots on goal. They can't help but want to emphasize that the Flames are dominating this period.
I'm kind of surprised that they are. To be honest, I'm very surprised.
I'm not from the Devils' perspective. It's a shot there and they score! And it's Romanoff who scores, and the Flames have come back to tie it at 3 with 4:20 to go in the third.
Did you say Romanoff?
Is that the wrong name?
Rooney?
No, 62.
Miromanov?
Miromanov. Oh, it was Miromanov. I'm sorry. Kyle's upset. Kyle somehow is upset about that for whatever reason.
Well, it's pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
Pick a lane. What are we doing, man?
What a flip from Blake Coleman and Miromanov from the right faceoff dot. Top shelf. I think Markstrom may have gotten a piece of that, but the Flames have come back and tied it at 2 with 4:20 to go in this one.
God damn it. Dude. I mean, all right, okay.
All right, but also Daniel Miromanov, his second goal of the season, ties this game up at 3, and now the Devils come back into the zone. It's now Stefan Nason backhanded around the boards. And this has been a total domination by the Calgary Flames in this period, and they might be doing it. They might be doing the thing again.
They're doing it again, Neil. They're doing it again.
They keep pulling you back in. They keep pulling you back in. As now here come the Flames. Might be a 2-on-0. Huberdeau in backhand, and that one gets stopped by Markstrom. Puck out in front, and nobody's there. Now the Devils come the other way. Jesper Bratt gets around one defender. He feeds it over to Mercer with a shot, and that one goes wide of Wolf. Paul Cotto trying to keep it in. Now the Flames look to come the other way with speed. Coronado tries to get around, but he cannot. Intercepted by Huberdeau. Scores! Jonathan Huberdeau goes top shelf, bar down, and the Flames have taken the lead.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh my goodness, the Calgary Flames have come all the way back, and within 1 minute they have scored 2 goals to take the lead. It was a turnover by Jonathan Kovacevic. Oh my goodness, this is, I'm in pain.
I'm going to have to eat that pepper.
You're going to have to eat that pepper, and you're going to like it.
I feel like I have to own
really
up to
bad.
that. I feel like I have to own up to that.
You kind of have to because you said it. It's kind of on you.
That is. I cannot believe that. Oh my! You know what? I appreciate the boys though. They're happy.
Fair enough.
My God!
26
What
goals a year for Jonathan Huberdeau. The last 2 shots on goal for the Flames have ended up in the back of the net. And now you got 3 minutes to go, and now the tables have completely turned. Now the Devils have to get into the offensive zone here. Got to keep an eye on Jacob Markstrom. We'll see when he gets pulled. We'll see if the Devils can go and try to tie this up and force overtime. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
This is absolutely crazy. Daniel Sprong will play it back to Dumoulin. Now Brett Pesce with it. 2:35, 2:34, 2:33 to go in this one. Now Timo Meier goes back and tries to reset.
Oh my God,
here.
but Jesus.
Oh yeah, Vegeta, right? Yeah,
Oh,
wait a minute. Yeah.
$4.
He might get money for this, which kind of helps him out
Yo.
with the Senators game. As that puck is loose in the Flame zone, they flip it high. I mean, really high out of the zone. 2:11 to go. Markstrom, I think, still is in his net as Timo Meier flips it into the right corner. 2 minutes to go in this one.
Holy shit.
Flames have come all the way back from down 3-1 in the third period to take a 4-3 lead. Now they come in. Huberdeau tries to make a feed. It's intercepted by Timo Meier. Minute 50 to go in the game.
When you
Meier
pull the goalie,
drops
man.
off now to Nico Hischier. Hischier tried to dump it in. Puck is loose. Markstrom did pull. Sprung into the right corner. Timo Meier now with the puck. Wraps it around the boards to Jesper Bratt. Bratt now with it. In the right side. Now drops it off to Timo Meier. Now to Bratt. Bratt in the right corner. Bratt still with it. Bratt gets around a defender, takes a shot through traffic, gets blocked. Puck is loose. Farabee gets to it for Calgary. Has a chance to Coronado. Coronado can't control it. Devils regain it with 1:15. Markstrom is slamming his stick on the bench, trying to get the boys going here. And now we get a stoppage of play for something.
Yo, if Markstrom's pissed.
He's pissed at himself.
He should be. It's on him, by the way. 1-1 St. Louis and Vancouver, by the way.
You can't have everything.
Oh,
you know what? You know what? Timo Meier got hit with a high stick and it wasn't called. I think that's what Markstrom was complaining about.
That makes sense.
Markstrom was complaining about the missed call. I think that's what he was complaining about.
Got it. Oh, that's what I figured. Okay.
If the Devils do not score within the next 69 seconds, it'll be the first regulation loss they've had this year when leading after 2. I told you that was a cursed image earlier. They've 30-0-2, the Devils are currently when they lead after 2. So it looks like I don't know, man. I'm speechless. I'm really stunned.
I can't believe it. I would be too.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, this was the Devils pretty much had this game in hand. It felt like
they did.
At least.
Oh yeah, that should have been a high stick. Yeah, that should have been a high stick. Yeah.
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 Well, what are you going to do?
That was a missed call.
It's one of those things where I say you live by the ref, you die by the ref. Jacob Markstrom back in his net because I think the face-off is at center ice, so they don't want to take a chance on that. So
Markstrom's I can't lose this game to this fucking team.
Yeah, I know. This well, he's about 1:09 away from that happening, unfortunately. And I'll be very honest with you. There will be a lot of Markstrom haters after this one if the Devils lose this game. I mean, it'll probably be anyway, but who knows? All right, Weegar wraps it around the boards. Pospisil has it, trying to feed it over to Blake Coleman. He can't get to it, but Pospisil wins it back. Coleman, he couldn't keep it. That puck gets loose. Now the Devils look to come the other way. 45 seconds to go in the game. Puck now into the left corner. Hanley gets there first, but Nason intercepts it. Backhands it over to Meier. Wraps it around the boards to Jesper Bratt. Bratt, top of the point now to Luke Hughes. Wrist shot through traffic gets blocked. Pospisil one-hands it out of the zone, but Luke Hughes will get to it first. 28 seconds to go in the game. Devils looking for one last push here to try to somehow tie this game. Luke Hughes dumps it into the left corner. Weegar gets there first. Flips it out of the zone. No, he cannot. Timo Meier loses it. 2-on-1 for the Flames. Looking at the empty net, and they score. And it's Nazem Kadri who will seal the deal as the Flames will have scored 4 unanswered goals in the third period and will have come back to win this game in New Jersey 5-3. Wow.
What happened?
Wow.
Dude, 10 minutes they scored 4 goals?
Yep. Yep.
What
That
the
was
fuck was that?
Flames hockey.
Who is this team?
I don't know, man.
I don't know these
They're
guys.
pulling you back in, Kyle. They're doing
They
it.
fucking pull me back in again.
That I
God damn it.
I got nothing. As that
They
will do
keep
it as
doing this.
as the Calgary Flames come back from down 3-1 in the third period as that shot hits the post. And they come back and win this game 5-3 in a stunning come from behind win. The Flames end up sweeping the season series over the New Jersey Devils. They have now won both games in the New York metropolitan area and will look to get the trifecta on Saturday on Long Island.
What?
I'm not gonna lie, like obviously that really sucks from the Devils' perspective. But like,
Sure.
I'm kind of like happy for you that like you saw that.
I don't know how to feel right now.
Do you feel like that made up for the game against the Rangers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Who is that team?
I don't know.
Who are these guys? Who
Who
that?
are you people?
Who's this?
I just, yeah, I think
don't get that.
I do.
So, what happened, Neil? What happened to your Devils?
Simply, very simple, very simple. The Devils, once again, just like Columbus, they got the lead and then fell back. They stopped being aggressive.
Yeah.
And they basically just, like they did with Jake Allen, they basically said to Markstrom, just make a shit ton of saves and bail us out.
And bail us out again, yeah.
And it didn't happen because Markstrom is not fully, I mean, truth be told, Markstrom's not fully healthy. But
yeah, he isn't. That's right.
They collapsed. There's no other way to put that. I mean, they collapsed. And they have nobody to blame but themselves. A bad loss. I think from the Devils' perspective, all you could do is hope that it doesn't, then start a bad stretch here. I mean, this is not the time to be going through it. That's they've still won 4 of their last 6, but this was a game that the Devils had basically control of from the get-go.
Yeah.
And they just completely blew it.
Also, congratulations to V'Jesus. I just wanted to say that. He got
V'Jesus, well done, man.
He
well done. Good on you.
He got his bag tonight.
He got his bag tonight. We give him, and that was
Daniel
Miramanoff. Yep.
Miramanoff scored tonight.
Yep.
That was fun.
The play of the game for me was when Dawson Mercer had the shorthanded breakaway.
Yes.
And it was still 3-2.
Yes, that could have sealed the deal.
It to keep them down by 1. And it just, I mean, I've never seen, I know I have seen that before. I'm stunned. I don't know what to tell you. I'm more just stunned that it happened in such quick, rapid success. Like it was just wow. I don't even know. I'm unbelievably stunned. In the span of
how long?
4-ish minutes, the Devils went from being up 3-2 to down.
Guess we're doing more flame streams before the end of the year because they keep doing this to us. Oh my god! Sorry, what was it? What was the span?
The what?
The span of goals there.
There were 3 goals scored in a matter of 4 minutes by the Calgary Flames to give them, including the empty netter. But what the hell? It's like it's a fucking empty netter.
I kind of jinxed it too. Not gonna lie.
Who did?
Where I was like, no, I did. Remember the stat I read earlier where they scored 1 time?
Right.
Like, yeah, I jinxed it. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is it's just basically the Devils threw away 2 easy points.
Wow.
They threw away 2 easy points because they got fat and happy in the third. Armchair, thank you so much for hanging out with us all night, man. Really, really do appreciate that. But yeah, like combination of the team in front of Markstrom playing like shit and then Markstrom just imploding, just not getting the save that we needed.
That's not what you want to see, especially like getting like because like I'm still in the full belief that you're fine, like you're gonna get in, right? But that's just
We're
not what
still
you want
very
to see.
much like, I don't even know, like, I mean, I could bring it up because you have it. Like, I don't know, like, what the scores are at this point. The Rangers are, did they lose?
2-2 Vancouver St. Louis. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's at the bottom. Leafs probably won tonight. Yeah, they won 4-3.
And Florida won in
Florida
overtime. So,
Jackets get a point.
so the Devils really didn't lose a ton of ground. I mean, now the Blue Jackets are only behind the Devils by 9 points with still 2 games in hand.
Yes.
But the Rangers don't get any closer. So I guess at the end of the day, from that perspective, you're fine, right? But
Right.
to blow a multiple goal lead in the third period like that to a team that hadn't scored 5 goals in God knows how long.
One time since February.
Which, I mean, no, I mean, it's just, there's no easier way to put other than the Devils just simply blew it. And you know what? Hats off to the Calgary Flames and Ryan Huska.
I'll give the boys credit.
Whatever was said in the locker room, because we've talked about it. You give up that third goal to Cotter, and that's brutal with just 26 seconds. And a lot of the time, when you give up a goal that late, that usually gives the other team momentum going into that final period. The Devils, it didn't. I mean, the Flames came out and they were like, "We're going to push."
And they pushed. And that's the first thing I said right when we jumped into the third. It was like they need to pick up the pace. They need to control it. They need to get some quality chances going. And that's exactly what they did.
Yep.
That's stunning. It just seemed like it was all happening in slow. It was like boom, 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 boom. Like, that's crazy. Sorry, Neil.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I think now we have reached the point from the Devils' world that I don't think Jacob Markstrom is the number one goaltender on this team anymore. As sad as that might sound, because truth be told, Jake Allen has been phenomenal since Markstrom got hurt. And he was phenomenal against Columbus a couple nights ago. And Markstrom
don't forget, though, look what you gave up to get him, though.
Right. You gave up Kevin Ball, who scored a goal tonight for the other team, but scored a goal nonetheless, and a first-round pick. And, it's unfortunate that Markstrom got hurt because he was playing at a really, really good level when he got hurt.
Yeah.
And it's even more unfortunate that he has not gotten, not only has he not gotten back to anywhere close to the form that he was at, he looks like he has no confidence at all right now.
It's not what you want, especially in March, right? Like getting this close to the playoffs, right? Going against a Carolina team who's going to be, who's got that their whole game is offense, right? They don't play a defensive style. Their whole game is offense.
They don't play defense, and they don't have the world's greatest goaltending either.
Yeah.
So
that was I did
awesome.
Not expect that ending.
Well, even though as a Devils fan, it sucks. It sucks so bad that happened. But as a hockey fan, it was kind of cool to see that. You don't see it very often.
You don't. That's the thing. You don't
see it, especially in this state like NHL. You don't see it as much, like teams coming back from multiple goals to not only win but win in regulation. It would have been one
regulation and to win by 2.
It would have felt a little bit better if the Devils had lost in overtime. It's like, all right, but you didn't even get anything out of this.
No, the fact they got nothing out of that was mind-boggling.
And I'm just going through
Devil's Twitter,
just like my notifications, and everybody's on the same kind of we're on the same wavelength of I'll even read you something. It's from Alex Chauvency of the Hockey Writers. He says, "That's the worst loss of the season easily. But as far as I'm concerned, Jake Allen is the number one goaltender from here on out." And what else? JP Gabantis, who also writes for the Devils, Markstrom has been bad since returning from injury. Needs to have 2 of those goals at minimum. In particular, the second and third were just horrible. Jake Allen needs to be the starter until Markstrom gets it together. So I think the problem is that I think Markstrom certainly needs to play more games, but the problem is that you don't have that many left, and you haven't clinched a playoff spot yet. You still have to go win games.
It's true.
So
The
way that I look at it is that I really do think you have to ride, not completely ride, but I think you have to start leaning towards Jake Allen more because of the fact that he's been playing well.
Right.
And that's a tough,
right.
And that, I just want to say, you can't blame Tom Fitzgerald for getting Jacob Markstrom because up until he got hurt, he was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got hurt, as he did last year in Calgary, and then never got going again.
Yeah.
So the question is that can Markstrom at any point get going again? He absolutely can. But history has shown, in most recent history, that it takes him a long time to get going again. So
tonight definitely says more about the Devils than it does Calgary.
Calgary is walking out of here just like against the Rangers, being like, "How do we win that game?
How the f do we do that?"
Yeah, that's
twice now where we're walking away from a game going, "What?"
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I think you know what's really funny. You know, it's really it was fun while it lasted because it was just funny. But like the whole Mrs. Fields thing is pretty much dead now.
Oh, it's
after tonight, 100%. Like at this point now with the dessert race, no one cares.
Yes,
I don't think anyone gives a shit. But that's fine. I mean, you gotta focus on what really matters, and that is the play on the ice. And
yep,
it's
gonna get interesting down the stretch, man.
If you're Sheldon Keefe, you gotta rip a new ass on your team
defensively, man.
Like you gotta have practice tomorrow and beat the crap out of this team because it was unacceptable.
It is
to be that bad. Yeah,
it was very unacceptable.
It was very unacceptable. And
see, it makes sense though if it's like the Avalanche doing this, right? Because no lead is safe with them because they're so gifted offensively, right?
Correct.
Not this team, man.
Not this team. No, you
not fucking Miramonov scoring, right?
Yeah, you can't.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, so it's just, and look at this. Here's again, Jacob Markstrom since returning from injury on March 2nd, so that was 18 days ago.
Yep.
He has a .828 save percentage, a 4.23 goals against average, and a minus 7.99 goals GSAX, goals saved expected. I don't remember that.
And they did do a Leafs tonight.
Devils. They did. Oh, and my NBA team lost too.
No, even better.
So I'm one of those days. Jake Allen, since March 2nd, .961. Bless you again. .961 save percentage, 1.33 goals against average, and a plus 6.32 goals saved above expected.
Boy.
And you know what? It's probably an awkward situation a little bit if you're Jake Allen, right? Because the whole year, right? The expectation has been you're going to be the backup to Jacob Markstrom. Now, you're going to look at it. I guess Keefe's going to endure post-traumatic episodes at a team that wears red instead of I don't know, dude.
Who knows? All right.
And other decisions made by Keefe. I mean, Curtis McDermott who played all of 2 minutes this entire game. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, you guys were pretty banged up.
We had Justin Dowling that could have played for him. Okay. He didn't have to play. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I also still have St. Louis getting in for whatever reason. I don't know why. I feel like they've been on a heater recently.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I guess my question to you, Kyle, from an outsider's perspective, do you think right now it makes no sense for the Devils to keep rotating these goalies like every other game? Do you think it's more that they need to especially because you haven't locked up a position yet?
Yeah,
That
that's the
would,
thing. Nothing's assured, right?
right,
Because this, like, for all we know, this could be like a start of a 10-game lose streak. I don't know, right? But
right.
no, you have to, and this is why we have two goalies in the league, right?
Hmm.
Is that it is a two goalie league where you need to play the hot hand, right?
Right,
If it were the other way around, just looking at it from the Flames perspective, if for whatever reason Dustin Wolf wasn't playing well, then you'd be seeing more of Daniel Vladar, right? That's what I'm saying. And that's the
right,
same thing
exactly.
here,
Yeah.
right? Like Jake Allen, like from what I've been seeing and what I believe you've been saying too stats wise, is that he's been great since Markstrom's came back from injury. So it's like you have to also try to get Markstrom ready because of the value that you got for him, right? While also like still playing the hot hand, right? And I believe Markstrom's getting game one if they
Hmm.
get in, and I believe they will, right? But nothing's assured, right? So I think you got Ottawa coming in on Saturday, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to watch
Especially, and
because
they're coming in pissed off because they got their ass
they've lost
handed to them.
twice now.
They've lost twice now. They've kind of
So
they've been struggling.
they're
So
gonna be looking for, and that's gonna be a big game Saturday because if they catch up, that's the thing. Like you can't let these teams catch up because all of a sudden one team could win 4 straight games and
yeah,
boom, like it makes a difference. So
the I
I
w-
would start Jake Allen on Saturday.
the loss would have felt a lot worse if like the Rangers and the Blue Jackets won, because then you would be like
Yeah,
you you'd create a little bit of like hope. But just because like the Rangers and Blue Jackets are like more or less like falling over themselves of late,
sure.
it gives the Devils at least a little bit of leeway. But I would I would argue that I don't think Markstrom is fully healthy. I think there's a possibility he might have been rushed back. I don't know.
Well, there's
I,
time
I
to
don't
get him
know. I'm
healthy
not.
though.
Maybe he rushed himself back. Maybe it wasn't the Devils that like. So like, oh, you really got to get, because if you look at the 10-game stretch when Markstrom got hurt,
Yeah,
when he came back, the Devils were 500.
right.
They got really good goalie performances from Jake Allen and their young goaltender Nico Dawes. So the question is that do you put Jacob Markstrom out there in some of these games down the stretch? Or do you just try to ride Jake Allen? I think right now,
It's gonna be a
you,
mix. You're gonna see a
you
mix.
probably have to lean towards playing Jake Allen 75% of the time moving forward until at least the Devils can clinch a playoff spot. Because if, like, for
Well,
example, if,
also, and real quick too, like going into the playoffs, and let's use that as argument, right? If you get into the playoffs and Markstrom starts game one, game two, and you lose in pretty convincing fashion, Jake Allen starts game three.
100%.
You know what I mean?
There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like look at the playoffs 2 years ago, right? Vitek Vanacek started the first two games, wasn't good, so
Yeah.
they turned to Kira Schmid, and it turned around the entire series. Not saying the same thing could happen again, but
Sure.
I think for the first time this season, there's a question mark in net, at least a half question mark,
Sure.
because again, Jake Allen, we're not talking about him
Hmm.
in the sense of like, oh, he hasn't been playing well. It's more of a sense of like he may be the guy, and that's not what you expected. And I think I I would argue that Markstrom just isn't fully healthy. I would just argue that it just doesn't
We'll never
seem like
know,
we'll
right?
never
We'll never
well
know.
let's put it this way. We probably will get a better idea of it after the season, when they had like that that clean out day, and then everybody just reveals like, oh, I felt my this, that, and the other thing.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah. But you
And the
know,
guy who tweeted out that stat earlier about like the Flames having that 1 6-goal game in their last
yeah,
like 20 games, he's like, naturally, this tweet followed by a 4-goal third period.
right, exactly. So if
All
you're
right.
Calgary, I mean, look, you got to feel ecstatic about it because you've won two in a row, two games that you probably didn't expect to win at
Nope.
all.
Nope.
And now you go into Long Island on Saturday, and you had a chance to go on a 3-game heater
Mm-hmm.
before you go home to play Utah. I mean,
Oh, to Seattle.
Seattle,
Yeah.
excuse
Yeah.
me,
Yeah. Yeah.
Seattle. You're still very much right there. I know
I know it's like that's the thing. Like as much as I want to see these guys like fall out of it now because that's the way I felt. It's like after Monday, like it was such a 180 now this week because it's like you feel so depleted, and then you watch Tuesday and you're like, my God, what is this team? And they, for whatever reason, find a way to win. But then, like, you watch these guys, like, and you watch, like, after Huberdeau scored to take the lead and they lost their effing minds.
Yeah.
Like, that tells you everything, right? Like,
Mhm.
that was a playoff game for them, right?
Yeah.
And that tells you that their minds, they're 100%, they're still in this race, right?
Mhm.
And they're gonna be there till the end, man. I got a feeling. I worry about those 3 games at the end of March, and who knows? Maybe I'm totally wrong, right? But maybe this is the spark that they needed, right? And now all of a sudden you're gonna get some guys. Backlund comes back he'll be back on Tuesday against the Kraken because he was week
Probably,
to
yeah.
week. But I mean, hey, like, stranger things have happened, right? And you
Stranger
got a
things.
chance. You got a chance. I even said it today where they needed to win these next 3 games, and maybe it gives them confidence going into Saturday into Long Island where they've been successful before. And
2/3 of the way there.
they've beaten the Kraken before this year and handedly. And, I think they're the better team against Seattle. And,
I think
it's going to be it's going to be an interesting conversation come Wednesday next week, where we're at Wednesday. I think that's going to be where we're going to be like, okay, because now you get into that gauntlet where I've always said it's Dallas, it's
right.
Edmonton, and then Colorado in that 3-game
Sure.
stretch, right? So,
Yeah.
you know what? It's so back and forth. We don't know where
We don't.
it's going to be interesting, man.
It's going to be
We don't know.
It's going to be a push.
It's going to be a wacky ending.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I think that for the Flames, I think the Saddle Dome will be pretty hyped up if they can go home in that game against Seattle, knowing that they won 3 in a row.
Well, they'll be at home against
Seattle. Right. No, and I'm saying, like, I think it's like the fans will start to feel like, all right, like we're still there.
Yeah.
We're in late March and it's still like every time we think that, like, all right,
and there's so many, and the stupid thing is there's so many winnable games coming up in April.
Exactly. So if you can get through the rest of this month in a decent situation, maybe you steal a game.
I'll give them a shot.
You give yourself a shot. And
this is it. And I think, like, even with this road trip, if they and you still have to go into Saturday, like, with the mindset that you still have to win that game. Every game's a must win at this point, right? And that's the mindset going forward. Every single game's a must win, right? Like, if they come out of New York and Seattle, and for some reason they win both those games, like, all of a sudden you look at those 3 games in that gauntlet and it's like, man, maybe they only need to win one, right? And and you said it, they just need to survive March. And if they're able to do that, and you're still 2 points back of St. Louis or whatever, and you still have a game or 2 in hand, then it's like, all right, like, let's see what happens, because you got winnable games coming up against some bottom feeders. So,
you do. And I think for the Flames, again, that was an awesome comeback win for them. Probably one of the more exciting wins of the season, I think. Absolutely. All things considered. For the Devils, I don't think there's any question that was the worst loss of the season.
Yeah.
Just considering where they were going into that third period and where they were when those 20 minutes were up. And I think that it'll be really interesting to see how they respond on Saturday at home against the Senators, because it's going to go one of 2 ways. Either they come back out, they shake it off, they just say, screw it, it was a bad game. Because if you think about it, right, last Saturday the Devils got steamrolled by Pittsburgh 7-3. Markstrom was also in net for that one. And, they responded really well with that win against, what's it called, Columbus. And, we'll see what happens, but that's going to do it for us tonight. Because we're pushing 3 hours since we started this. But thank you to everybody who has been hanging out with us all night. This was a really fun stream. We talked about that we were going to have a lot of fun tonight, and we did. We had a lot of fun, and I'm just going to look really quickly. Yeah, absolutely no one got the prediction. None of you got it right. Maybe the closest person was Gaza, but he said 42 Devils, not the other, not what ended up happening. But again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure to go check out Flames Cast. We post new episodes every week talking about the Calgary Flames. Of course, we're going to talk about this game on Monday.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Also, check out the Devil's Stay My podcast. I will unfortunately be having to talk about this game from the other side, and I'll also talk about what happens against Ottawa on Saturday night. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you in the next live watch along. Once again, the final score: the Flames down 3-1 in the third, come back and win in regulation 5-3 over the New Jersey Devils. Everyone, continue to be the awesome people that you are. And as we always say at the end of every live watch along, make sure to rock on.